Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Hello?
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
It's showtime!
Groovy.
Nice. Yo, what is up, everybody? My name is Anthony. This is my channel, Child of the Corn. Tonight, we continue with the horror movie versus. It's kind of like, I guess you would say, Friday the 13th edition, because it is Friday the 13th this week. And so we did some versus matchups against all of the Friday movies, and then a few random ones at the end. We got about 20 of them. So we're gonna shoot the shit for a little bit, and then we're gonna get right into them because they're quite a bit, and they make for a good conversation. But just like always, I got the crew coming back from I think everybody but Donnie. But we got Cody returning, we got Helvington, and we got my man Downey.
What's up?
What did you going on, everybody? What did you
Okay, so to get into it real quick, let's just like go around real quick, because I like to do this like when we start, just kind of, when the stream kind of starts. Maybe we'll just go around and be like, yo, this is what I've maybe watched recently. Maybe this is something I want to like talk about for a second, or like whatever. Cody, we'll just start with you. We'll just go down the list. So is there any movies that you went and saw recently, or?
Oh, hell yeah. This past weekend, this last Thursday, I went and saw Dangerous Animals. My review for that just dropped on the Hellzone TV page. Yeah, it's a semi-shark movie, but more so it's a serial killer movie with sharks. It has Jai Courtney, who you've probably seen from like Suicide Squad. Captain Boomerang.
Captain Boomerang.
He was actually great in this. I know he's gotten shade in the past for his acting, but he was really good in this as the villain. He picks up tourists and brings them on his boat in the middle of the ocean and feeds them to sharks while recording it on videotapes and saves it for his creepy-ass collection. But then he kidnaps like the wrong girl, and she's a badass final girl. So I love that. So it's a fun little suspense movie that kind of takes a shark horror movie and twists it on its head a bit.
Dude, yeah, hell of a concept, dude. Honestly, it's not playing anywhere. Yeah, it's not playing anywhere around here, unfortunately. But I love the concept, dude. I think it's awesome. Really creative, to be honest.
No, that seems like it's right up your alley, bro. Like that whole Jaws theme meets like,
Fucking I Know What You Did Last Summer. Yeah.
Serial trying to figure out like, 100%. The story and that, crazy. I want to see that for sure.
Yeah, I agree. It's really good.
I totally agree. All right, what about you, Helvington? Or is that everything, Cody? Or is there anything else you want to?
Yeah, it's the only thing I saw recently that comes to mind right away.
Cool. Okay, yeah. How about you, Helvington?
Well, I do want to say that Cody is lying. He actually has seen more than that recently.
I mean, we've all been spoiled, man. Like, there's been a lot of good stuff.
Cody has been on a binge, so check out Plug in the Hell Zone. But yeah, what was that major movie that you actually got to do an early preview of that you seen?
Bring Her Back. That was fantastic. One I liked more than Talk to Me because it's from the same directors. This one's more of a slow burn, psychological, and actually really depressing horror movie. So kind of gotta have that in your head going in. But yeah, it's not like the spooky jump scare type like Talk to Me was. But I loved it.
and that's a good segue into me, right? Who I'm a dirtbag. I watched the Mean One with David Howard Thornton recently. I know
Nice.
I'm like 7 months late, but yeah, I found it interesting. I do love the
That's one
concept.
way of putting it.
Yeah, I do love the concept, right? I'm a love a new concept of like because The Grinch is one of my favorite movies of all time. Jim Carrey, my
Valid,
goat,
dude.
hella goat, one of my Mount
Oh, yeah.
Rushmore, right? And David Howard Thornton, I felt like it was a great concept. If with a bigger budget, will we get that? Probably not, but I did like the concept. And there was this other thing that I watched. Killer Camp. It was on Tubi. I recently binged it. It's a reality show of 5 people or 6 people, 7 people, and it's basically a reality show for like I don't know how to explain it. Like it's a legit reality show. Like it's
Okay,
not
have you guys heard of The Traitors on Peacock?
exactly.
Yeah, it's like a horror slasher version of The Traitors.
And it's very cheesy, very, very cheesy. And it's just a killer concept. And I was just thinking, and I really want to know your guys' opinion on this. Would you guys watch like a slasher movie that was based on, and I know this is going into Friday the 13th, but a reality show hosted at like Camp Crystal Lake, like almost like Halloween Resurrection was, but they have a reality show to come to the Camp Crystal Lake games, and Camp Crystal Lake has turned into a reality TV set, and then Jason comes out, basically Halloween Resurrection for the Friday the 13th franchise.
Yeah, I would totally watch that.
Okay.
That's kind of what they did in Wrong Turn 2 also, where they were having that survivor in the woods kind of thing, and then the mutants come out and get everybody.
Dude, yeah, I actually do kind of like that concept. Yeah, that actually would be pretty
I think
dope.
if done right, done right, it would be really cool. But other than that, I mean, that shows you how deep I am, guys.
Dude, Helvington, that's actually a really good movie, dude. If you think about it, like that's a good concept for Friday the 13th. Never been done.
Yeah.
That would like bring everybody to the camp, kind of,
modernizes it too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, dude, that's actually a really good idea.
We just do something, guys. We just become best friends. No, it's joking.
Yeah, 100%. No, I like that, dude. Like, I like that.
Other than that, I get to nerd out outside the hell zone, right? So other than that, I want to shout out Righteous Gemstones. Just started that. Not started it, but I'm on season. I think the final season. Hilarious as fuck. Not John C. Riley. Danny McBride. Just is fucking hilarious. And I'm watching this new Netflix series called Tires with Shane Gillis, and I'm a sitcom kind of guy sometimes, and I like a good TV show. But other than that, that's all I've been watching, guys.
Cool.
Word.
Yeah, Shane Gillis, man, he's popular dude, man, no doubt.
Fucking hilarious. I find all fucking humor like hilarious to me. And that guy, he just has a real dry sense of humor, like almost like Steve Carell, like just dry. I love The Office. I love TV sitcoms. It's like 9 times out of 10, I'm probably watching a TV sitcom. I grew up on that.
Nice. What was your favorite one as a kid growing up?
All time?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'm talking, dude. I've grew up on. I'm talking. I Love Lucy. I Dream of Jeannie, Bewitched. And then you go into the '80s with Roseanne, and you go into the early 2000s with King of Queens and Friends. There's just so many that I just grew up on.
Animated too, or are we just on live action?
I'm live action.
Yeah, well, Donnie, what's yours? We'll each pick our favorite.
Family Matters, fucking good times. Wayne's Bros, like, bro, come on, like, I just love a good sitcom.
So, Dave, I'm guessing you loved WandaVision because of that aspect, how they had the different decades or whatever you want to call it of television.
Yes, because I grew up on that. Like, what was the one with the little girl that I'm a little teacup, short and stout.
Full House, yeah.
No, that's not. Well, yeah, that was her, but there was the other
Monkey
girl.
Brewster?
No, it was like the Annie girl, the Annie girl from like the fucking 50s and 40s or whatever. That's how far back I go, guys. I just love like that.
Shirley Temple.
Shirley Temple. There we go.
Oh, okay. Okay, Donnie, what about you, dude? That's a good one. Favorite sitcom, yeah.
It's we're talking about live action. Man, like I guess when I was a kid, it would definitely have been That's So Raven, and then as I got older, not that I didn't see it as a kid, but as I got older, started understanding more and more. There's probably a tie between the Cosby Show and the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Nice, Fresh Prince. Yeah,
Dude, come on now, Will.
Like
100%.
and reading his book and hearing like about his life, how like he was a world famous rapper and then decided not to pay his taxes. So then the IRS came and took all of his shit, and he was in so far in debt that he basically didn't know what he was going to do had he not got the role for the show. Because I think he said the show was on for 6 years. I think the first 4 seasons he never got a check because every check went straight to the IRS. That's how far in debt he was from living like a rock star and stuff from the original like tours and stuff that they went on.
That's
crazy.
That's insane. I never knew that, but that just makes sense. It shows how far, because look at a lot of the celebrities who aren't doing well. I love the cons, but you're at a con for a reason.
but also too, when you're 18, you know what I mean, and there's nobody really teaching you about that money management. Here's a credit card that has a $600,000 limit. You're like, oh shit, like okay, cool. Take me to the mall and turn me loose, like
Yeah.
Especially like when the mall was actually a big thing, no doubt.
Yeah, right.
All right, Cody, what about you, dude?
When I was a kid, it was probably the Brady Bunch.
Okay, nice. I was gonna say
The Bunch.
Cody.
Come on, the Bunch.
But I also watched the Golden Girls with my grandma a lot.
The
Yeah,
girls.
always watching that. Yeah, my mom always was watching Golden Girls.
Today,
Company. Come on.
Today,
man.
my favorite sitcom.
Three's Company is my shit.
It's such a tie between Friends and the Golden Girls still, because both of them are just perfection for me. But if someone's like,
"What's up, Kirsten?"
holding like a weapon to my head, being like, "You got to pick one or the other," and I'll be like, I'd probably say Friends because it's probably the ultimate comfort watch for me.
I feel like you remember. Yeah, I remember you saying that. Yeah.
If you like Friends, y'all love Living Single. I mean,
I totally watched that, and I was like,
"Come on,
it's the template, basically." Like, I mean,
come on, bro. You know you're talking. I'm a sitcom legend. That's like.
So I watched that. I kind of went on a kick for like kind of black-centered TV shows. I watched that. I watched the one with the sisters, and like Rachel True was in it, from The Craft, and they were like,
I know what you're talking about too.
I have no idea.
You know how many sitcoms I watch, brother?
You got to name it, and then I'll be like. And then I watched Martin, which oh my god, Half and Half was the show.
I've heard of it though. I've heard of it. I didn't watch it.
Yeah, Martin, and then oh my god, Shanae. I wanted so much more of her on that show. I wanted her own spinoff. She sent me over the hill.
Facts, legendary.
That episode when Notorious B.I.G. was on there.
Come on, guy.
Cole kept trying to perform for him.
That's what this generation doesn't understand. Like sitcoms was a thing. Like it was a thing. It was a thing, guy. Like movies are a thing now, but like back then, sitcoms were a thing.
100%. As a kid, for myself, it was Step by Step. No doubt, Step by Step. I fucking love that show, Code Man, and just like all them. That was a great show growing up. As I got older, though, It's Always Sunny. It's the god tier. It's the GOAT in my eyes. Or that 70s show, probably those two. And I do like Trailer Park Boys a lot, but Days turned me on to Trailer Park Boys.
The Boys, let's go. Boys is my thing. All those is legendary. And so, what was that list one more time? Because there was one more that I liked in it. What was the other one?
That 70s show. Yeah, Step by Step.
70 show. Yeah, 70 show. Yeah, dude, come on now. Legendary.
Good stuff.
Okay, but what was the ones though that you guys would know this when that Chuck Norris was in? He had his own sitcom.
Oh yeah, Walker Texas Ranger.
Walker, yeah.
Come on, guys. Come on. You can't leave it off the list, guys.
Walker was great, dude.
My grandpa watched that one all the time.
Dude.
That was stuff that like sitcoms were like what the TV raised us. We were the generation where we were the last generation where the TV kind of raised us,
Yeah, and then they tried to redo Walker with Jared Padalecki, and it's like I never watched it, but I could tell it's not going to hit the same.
Yeah, no.
Holy shit, they did.
Yeah.
Dude, what the fuck? No way.
I think it was CW, wasn't it?
Oh,
it was. Oh my god, yeah. It was like fucking like the 2008 or some shit. Like,
dude, I gotta look at.
Not even that. It was just like maybe a handful of years ago.
That was
Wow.
insane.
Like it
Oh,
was
and-
almost that was the first thing he did right after Supernatural ended.
And shout out to The Boys. The Boys is getting a season 13. It's been confirmed.
Yeah, that's what Dace just said.
Let's
That's
go.
crazy.
Season 13 confirmed on The Boys.
It's so funny how they try
There's
to.
some people
Speaking
on
of 13,
Yeah, dude, it is. It's a show. It is a show. You gotta love it though. They stay in.
there's not
character,
even
man.
that many close. There's not even close to that many seasons already. There's like 6, isn't there? 4, 5?
No,
No, there's
like
12. Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's 12.
Boys.
The boy?
No,
No. Trailer Park Boys.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, you were calling it the Boys. I'm like,
Nah,
Brian,
nah,
what
Yeah,
are you talking about?
I think I'm one of them, so I'm like, I call them the boys.
Yeah, no. They actually just came out with a new movie too, and it was really good. I bought that. It was damn good. It's gonna be good, man. Yeah, it'll be good. 13th season, no doubt. Okay, Donnie, it's to you, dude. You and I have been talking about the recent watches that you just watched. So what were the big two that you just watched?
Yeah, I went to the theater, and I don't have the options that you guys have because the theaters here are trash. But I did. Excuse me, I did get to go see Final Destination. I had to go see my man Tony Todd on the way out. And then I just
so good with him in that.
Yep.
I just watched Sinners at Friday, Saturday morning, whatever it was. Because literally everybody that I knew that saw that movie was like, you need to watch this movie because you would love this movie. 100%. And after getting at least 30 of those text messages, I was like, fine, let me see what this shit is about. Oh, okay, that's what we're doing. Okay, cool. This is fire. I like this. So,
okay, so you liked it?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet.
It's gonna be hard for me. It's
gonna
be hard for
you. Haven't even seen it yet,
bro.
I can't imagine.
Like I know you guys
crazy.
I literally like it's like I'm so busy editing and working that it's like I honestly don't have time.
Dude, when that movie becomes like $5 rental, you should definitely rent it, dude.
Oh yeah, like when it hits rental, I'll watch it. Yeah.
Fuck that. You
it is available to rent.
Go ahead,
it's
spend. Go ahead,
it's $20, but it's totally
spend,
worth it.
Yeah, go ahead, spend the money and watch it now.
I'm just go pirate it. That's what I'm just
we are not going to do Ryan Coogler like that. We got to give him his coin.
No. Seriously, but Jazzy, she says the same thing.
Like, thanks for joining us.
She'll get on to me because she's like, I have to wait on Day to watch the movie because
100%,
he doesn't watch the movies, and I'm like, because like 9 times out of 10, I'm probably watching a TV sitcom editing a video or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, when I watch a movie, like I want to really dive into it. So usually when it comes on like a streaming service or something like that, or if it becomes like $5.99 on like Google Store or whatever,
100%, yeah,
I'll rent it and I'll check it out. But Sinners, it's I'm pretty sure it's still full price right now, ain't it?
Oh yeah, it's full price. Yeah.
Shout out to Coogler getting your money.
Come on. But it was like it was better than I thought that it was going to be because I went into it completely. I didn't know anything. I seen like, the little TV spots, but those are only 10, 15 seconds. I never sat down and watched no trailer. I didn't see no reviews, anything related to it. I just clicked off of it or what have you because I wanted to, because everybody said, oh, this is a horror movie. And I was like, these commercials don't look scary though. Like I don't get it. So I wanted to, go into it completely blind to see what the twist was going to be or what was, going to be, so scary about it. Which I thought was.
Did you see the mid-credit scene?
Of course.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So I'm not sure how many people actually knew of that or stayed for it. But
yeah. Actually, to be completely honest, I think we and maybe one other couple actually stayed in the theater to actually watch that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was like a whole ass other ending.
100%, dude. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, dude, Ryan Coogler. What do you guys think? Do you guys think I think they said WB's trying to move on doing a sequel. I think it should just be a standalone unless Coogler wants to do it.
I think Coogler said he doesn't want to make a sequel because he doesn't want to. He said the stuff he writes, he never has sequels in mind for. Like he doesn't want to do sequels.
I like that. Nice.
That's not true. Wakanda Forever.
Yeah,
and that's different. That's franchise.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but it's a good standalone movie for sure. Like it doesn't.
100%.
Yeah, it doesn't need a sequel.
Well, and what I was just telling somebody today about that. Like, if they did do one, I think prequel should be the way to go because there's a lot
Ooh,
more to
yeah, I like
explain,
that.
like leading up to that. Because like I like how the movie just kind of started like with the cold open, and you know you kind of like what's going on here, and then it takes you back. Here's the events of everything, and then it circle moment brings you all the way back to what you saw at the beginning, kind of on some
Yeah,
Pulp Fiction shit, but it was in order.
100%. Yeah, I like that. Good comparison. Yeah, dude, Ryan Coogler, he's got something special, man. Like, I think they said he was going to do X Files next. So
It's
Dace is a huge X Files fan, so I think that's pretty interesting.
He's got something special. Let me tell you, it's not that mustache though. Let me tell you, like you talk about poor facial hair choices. I don't know what's happening with that, but um, like that shit was concerning me. But
Last guy.
I was
Yeah, I
watching.
can't even. I can't even. I'm literally Joe Dirt. Like, wait, so your stuff grows in all white trashy like that? Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
I just seen this too. Let's see. Last night, yeah, because my cousins came over for the game. We was watching the game, and they showed a trailer for the Jordan Peele joint with Marlon in it. I think it's just called Him.
Yeah,
Um, but I seen the trailer when it came out, last month, two months ago, whatever it was. Watched it then.
yep,
This had like way other different stuff in there, and I was thinking like, oh, this is gonna be great. Like, come on, like I can't wait. And then at the end, September 19th,
yeah, right.
dude. Like I was telling him, like, I don't want to see no advertising until the shit is a week from being dropped. Like, come on,
Yeah,
man.
like I know what you did last summer. First teaser or trailer came out like fucking. It was like 3 months away. I'm like, god damn, that's still like a whole month and a half away. Oh, it's pretty much like a month. Yeah, but
Yeah, no, it's tough.
yeah, there's gonna
I
be
mean,
some great movies coming up. What'd you guys
some of
think
them
of
are.
the?
I feel like some people they take way too big a risk by showing trailers like not too long before it comes out, and I think that makes it suffer because like so many people might not have gotten the note of it.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I think the problem, Cody, more so is you don't need trailer one, trailer two, trailer three, trailer four, trailer five, leading all the way up to whatever it is. Because literally, you could just watch the trailers and just put the whole shit together. Like, oh, okay, so this is what happens. Like,
Yeah,
how many movies have they done that with? And then sometimes they give you the trailer. And none of what you see is what happened. Remember when they was all running across that field in the Infinity War trailer? Like all the characters was running across that field, and then that shit never happened in either halves of the storyline. So, it's like just make the one, make it good. Don't be like over revealing with it, and then let's just be
Well,
done.
the only ones that are guilty of that is Blumhouse. They put out like freaking 5 trailers.
what's up, Charles?
I haven't seen it.
Thanks for joining us. Yeah, no, I mean, I kind of agree like a little bit, both
Pardon me.
ways. Like, yeah, yeah, I don't know. To be honest, I just maybe 4 different trailers probably isn't the way to go, but at least I know what you did last summer was only done, I think, like 1 trailer, right? Yeah, so that's nice.
But I'm saying as we get closer, there's probably gonna be a here's trailer number
Yeah,
two.
you're true. Yeah, that's true.
Because
You want
they're
to know?
definitely.
I'll go ahead.
Hopefully it's Jennifer Love Hewitt in like a tight white shirt or something from like I saw I'm just no, but I do love how she's been endorsing the movie and stuff like that on Instagram and shit. I like that, dude. Nice.
Yeah,
like
she was on Good Morning America talking about it.
So
Nice.
real because you guys are always like in tune with the dirt sheet stuff. So Freddie Prinze is gonna be in it, right?
Yep.
Correct.
So did he have some kind of like was there a scheduling conflict or he like had some kind of falling out with like WWE and A&E? Because remember he was like just working for them, and then he just like right around the time that oh they're doing another I Know What You Did, like right around that time he just disappeared. They never acknowledged it, like oh well he's gonna come back, nothing, boom, just disappeared. And then Gabriel Iglesias took over, but Freddie Prinze was doing like this like little side show like the WWE Rivals and all these other shows that they had he was the host for all of it, and then he just disappeared. So he had like a falling out with him, or it just was scheduling conflicts.
Dude, I think he got killed in the movie, and they're like, dude, you can't do the show anymore, dude. No, I do know that he does do that, or he was doing that before. I didn't realize that he was done though. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, when they got to like season 3 or whatever it was of Rivals, literally they got to like episode 5, and then they were like, "Oh, here's Gabriel Iglesias." Sorry.
I mean, he had another podcast he was doing too about horror movies. So I don't know if it just got to be a bit too complicated to juggle 2 of them, and then all of a sudden he had to go off to filming. Because Freddie was the first person announced for the project of the new I Know.
Nice. That makes sense. Yeah, dude, I like the other podcasts that he does. I think they do a really good job on that podcast. I wish they had like more of a following, to be honest.
I mean, I listened to it for a while, but my pet peeve is that they don't get into like spoiler territory. It's like I want to hear them expand on certain things that would be considered spoilery, but it's like if a person hasn't seen it, then that's their fault.
Helvington.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, well, now
holy shit! I didn't even think that we were maybe taught. Oh, I don't think we gave away any spoilers. I think we just told
I don't know.
Listen,
I'm going to stand up for myself now. Okay, all right, that's what we're about to do. Okay, so when you're in my line of work, you do a lot of hats. Okay, and a lot of people. So it's just listen.
Okay, but to be fair, I'm talking like older movies that they've seen.
Oh yeah,
it's like,
Okay.
You can spoil I Know What You Did Last Summer, Urban Legend, Psycho, whatever.
But and I don't want to look like a big fat phony here. Okay, that's not what I am. It's just more so of like, guys, I am so in tune with 90s and early 2000s in horror. Like, it's almost like I'm stuck in a time warp. Like I cannot get enough of it. And it's like when I do watch a newer movie, it's like I'm so underwhelmed 9 times out of 10. It's like, one, I'm not going to give you my dollar anymore, right? I learned that a long time ago. And now 2, it's like truly like, because I want to ask you guys a question. If you had to name one movie in the past, let's go 5 years. No, hold on. Let me hold on. Hold on. That you can literally say, I can put that movie against your GOAT, whatever movie that is. Hell, I'll give you 10 years. I don't know why my camera just zoomed in.
10 years. Oh shit, dude.
Hold on, wait. I got a question. Are we talking about theatrically released or just in general?
In general, like it doesn't have to be we're not talking numbers. We're talking about like if you have.
Okay. So this is what's gonna happen. We're gonna each do 2 choices that we would think that would match up really well against like the goats of horror movies.
Exactly.
And then we'll get to the list. But yeah, I like that.
If mine Scream, right? If mine Scream. Yeah. I have to pick a movie from the past 10 years that can match up with 1996.
I like it. Okay, Cody, you go first. 2 movies that you think would match up well against the GOATs.
Okay, well, that's not fair. I have to match it up against Scream.
No. I'm saying
that's what I'm saying. Like, no
it would be it would be a good comparable matchup. Yeah, I like that.
Because I'm saying the argument is everyone goes to see all these new movies, and it's like I'm looking for that one movie. Right, because the 90s and early 2000s had banger after banger after banger after banger after banger, to where nowadays you only get a banger once every 10 years. And I'm talking about, again, you got to compare which one. So I'm asking, what you got?
Get off of here and go watch Sinners.
Yeah, no, I mean, there you go, Donnie.
So, so is your GOAT? Wait, so your GOAT is which one?
Donnie, pick 2 real quick. Yeah, so Sinners and what else?
So what's your GOAT though? What's your GOAT, Donnie?
My GOAT horror movie?
Is it Candyman?
Yes. If we're talking horror movies.
Okay, that's fair.
Dude, Donnie, I would love to hear which one you would pick between those 2. Would you still go Candyman?
Between that and Sinners?
Yeah.
OG Candyman?
Candyman.
Yeah, probably.
How about the newest one? How about
that's the other one that I was going to say, actually, was that one.
Oh, dude, great choices, dude. I love both of those.
Yeah, those are the 2.
Could you say that's top? Could you say that's Mount Rushmore of black cinema, of horror movies?
the Candyman like as a franchise?
No, just those movies that you just named: Sinners, Get Out, OG Candyman. Which other ones would you put up there for a moment? We're getting into the questions tonight.
Sinners.
Sinners
yeah,
is up there.
Get Out, yeah. Then the Candyman requel, and then I don't know if there's a fourth to take that spot yet, because I wouldn't put Us on that list.
Okay, so
No.
the other one has yet to be named. And
Donnie,
Okay,
would
go
you
ahead.
like better? Would you like Get Out or Sinners better?
Sinners.
Ooh,
Can I
dude,
guess
Donnie,
why?
that's
Can I
crazy.
guess why?
That's
Can I
crazy.
guess why? I haven't even seen the movie. Can I guess why? I'm going to say it had a better story, and because there was a lot of musical aspects to Sinners that I've seen.
Which is I'm pretty sure what everybody was like. This is why you need to see it.
Exactly.
You know, I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
100%.
I already guessed. I already know. I already guessed.
100%.
But also, real quick, let me say with Get Out, it kind of was like ruined for me, not like spoiled, but like within the first, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes of the movie, I called like everything that was going to happen, sitting there telling my mom and my grandmother. And so when it got to the end, I was like, I knew the shit was going to happen. With Sinners, I was watching it the other day. My neighbors was watching it with me because I was like, what the fuck? Like, so they was watching it with me, like, regardless if they wanted to or not. So, that's to me that with Get Out kind of being ruined, it brings it down on the tier list to me, though. I'm not saying it's trash or nothing like that. But
oh no, it's fucking great movie, dude.
All right, that's 100%. Solid. Cody.
Okay, Cody. Yeah, Cody. What about you? So you're pretty much picking your two best movies of the last decade. Yeah, 100%.
And Donnie, that was a fire list.
100%, dude. Donnie, those are some great choices, dude.
I'll accept that.
So honestly, there's two of them that are tied for my second spots.
Just pick three, dude. Yeah, just
okay.
Yeah.
Watcher with Micah Monroe.
Micah Monroe. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Alien Romulus.
Dude, Cody, what a selection, dude. I like that.
And then my number one is It Follows.
Man, you really on that Micah Monroe train.
That came out in the last 10 years.
She's fire. She is one of an underrated gem for sure. Video on the way. I'll fight.
Yeah, freaking Long Legs most recently.
Yes, she's on fire. But you're telling me that stacks up
against It's 2014, Donnie. So we'll say it's good.
Okay.
You're saying that's matching up with Scream 96. I can't.
Well, no, like
not fair. I know. I know it's an unfair question, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm looking for that one film, and I haven't.
Well, this is a different way of looking at it though, because it's like Scream is the ultimate slasher, one of the ultimate slashers. But if you look at Alien Romulus, dude, Romulus might be like one of the best. Might be one of the best spatial movies of all time.
Spatial.
We saw that shit in theaters twice, and dude, the shit.
Romulus had me clenching my cheeks pretty much the whole freaking movie.
100%, dude. Fede,
I hope you mean the ones on your face.
Oh no, the ones that the chair is underneath.
No, seriously, Dace fucking loved this movie, but dude, Romulus was really good. It was, it was a fucking fantastic.
Though? Is it Scream 96 though? That's what I'm looking for.
That's the thing. Scream was such a turning point for the horror genre.
Yep.
Like, we haven't really had it yet, but it's such a one of a kind thing.
We might not ever see that again in our lifetime.
That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Will we ever get that moment like what Scream 96 or Halloween 78 was for our?
No, Hellington for real though, dude. Like Sinners was a
you
decade
think it's
of
that
a movie.
one?
It was a movie of a decade, dude. Like
I would say Sinners.
It's good. Like,
Sinners capital C in a movie.
What was that, Cody?
Sinners is capital C cinema.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm not okay.
I think Romulus was just as good.
Cinema. Yeah, Alien Romulus was cinema. Mm-hmm. I'm not looking like I'm looking for a film, right? That is just game changing. And I know that's hard, but it's like I'm trying to think. Conjuring was one, right? Conjuring is one of those films that was like
Not too bad.
sure.
Yeah, not too bad.
For the genre that what it was, right? Paranormal Activity for the first one, for the genre of what it was. Scream 96, like these films that were what can we hang our hat on and be like, this is that film.
Real quick though, let me just say this though, just as a small nugget though. When something like that, you have it's trapped in amber, nothing is ever going to compare. Like it's impossible when something is trapped in amber like that. Like you know what I'm saying? It's like, and you're holding it to such a high regard, even though you saw something else that was really good. You're like, this shit is ass. It's not. It's not this though.
It's never that. It's more so of like, I'm looking for a feeling in me that's like, whoa, this is like Get Out had that feeling when that came out.
Dude, really, Get Out honestly did. It really
had
did.
That I'm like, damn, they're putting this on screen right now, right? For what Terrifier was, Terrifier had that feeling. Like, I'm like, damn, this is kind of a little game changing here, right?
So I'm looking at it's going to become like a pop culture phenomenon,
an icon, right? What is that icon? And I think X. That movie.
That would have been my pick. X, 2018, and honestly, just my I just like slashers a little bit. But I think Thanksgiving was great. I think it was 90s, 2000s, all wrapped into a modern version. But I'd probably say Alien Romulus too, and Sinners. I think
honestly,
we all had,
correct answers. Even though the remake, It Chapter 1 was such a phenomenon, I feel like that would probably
dude. Honestly, Cody, that's a great answer too, man. I feel like that movie kind of revamped and revitalized. I think 18 did too. I know, Cody. I know you don't like that movie as much, but dude, I thought 2018 just enhanced everything. To me,
I can't deny its success because obviously it made beyond infinity. But
I think what 2018 did was it gave breath.
Slashers are
and no, just the remake breath. It was like, okay,
but I think It Chapter 1 probably did it first.
It gave horror.
Chapter 1 did it first though. It did it first.
Yeah,
it gave horror a shot of primetime mist. Like, I mean, it's like, because I feel the same way. I remember Chapter 2 and went and bought it, and then I was like, man, what is this?
100%.
Compared to, I'm saying Chapter 1 was so good. I was like, oh, this is gonna be fire. And then I we don't need to follow each one of these fools around to see what they're about to do. We already know.
I didn't hate It Chapter 2.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was fine, but between the original, when we followed them as adults, that wasn't still not as engaging as them as kids. Even in the book, I cared more about them as kids than reading about the adult.
Yeah. So that was that was a little good question, but I just wanted to know.
Helvetic, great question, dude. Great question, dude. I like it.
For me, I don't really. I mean, I named some, but I'm looking for that one. And then again, I think it's like what Donnie said. It's that time, that nostalgia. Like, you hold it such in a high regard,
Amen.
Even, and I still respect all the other films, but I will let you guys know when that one film comes out that I'm like, oh shit.
It is interesting how each kind of time period has its own thing, the 90s, like 90s slashers. And we had the remake phase, found footage, then the supernatural, and now it's kind of like the requel craze.
Or it'll have like some kind of there's some kind of gem from, like you said, each one of those decades you could go back and stuff. And shout out real quick with it being the 50th anniversary for like Jaws and stuff like that, because my mom's still traumatized. You know what I mean? Like, so there you go.
I mean, and it's almost like and it's like, it's almost like, and I hate to say it's superhero movies, right? It's like, I don't give a damn. Henry Cavill, that's my Superman. Right, like,
I think superhero movies are kind of dying. I think superhero movies are kind of dying down a little. Not pop out as frequently.
I think it's because Marvel came through and oversaturated the market, and then
overpromised. They overpromised and under-delivered.
And honestly, I think people stopped caring after Endgame.
I was just about to say, once they got Thanos out of there, everybody was like, well, what's the rest of this shit? Like, why do we care?
100%, dude.
I'm wondering if it'll kind of pop off again when X brought into the picture.
But I have
Cody,
I have,
it's gonna be great again when they finally do the Batman 2. They put this shit off for too fucking long. Hopefully Superman does well, but man, the Batman 2 is going to save everything again.
But I have a question though, real quick. Oh, go ahead, Donnie.
I was just gonna say real quick because when you had said that, that's why I was asking horror movies or movies that came out in the theater or like just in general. Because that Snyder cut Justice League, I don't give a fuck like that. You know, I can stop doing what I'm doing and watch that joint right now, and that shit was just so well done. And it's like when I think of those heroes in my head, that's how they look. That's what I want to see. You know what I mean?
Not so much.
I still want the haircut of Suicide Squad.
Yeah, me too. Like with the Joker, actually.
Because
and
I know people hate the first Suicide Squad movie. I really like the vibe of it. I liked it so much more than the Suicide Squad.
Yes,
I hate that the Suicide Squad was so James Gunn-y, because I like the dark aspect of Suicide Squad. But for me, the God, why am I thinking like the animated Suicide Squad, the Attack on Arkham, is like so far still the best Suicide Squad movie.
Go ahead.
Yeah. You're talking the animated. Yeah. Okay.
Because I know Anthony's like really big into like the animated stuff too. It's like, but I was just thinking like it helped. I know exactly what you're talking about. That like going to the screen. That's why I was just saying this like at the comparison. When I saw Swanwick when he was talking when he was talking to Lois and then he leaves and then he changes into John Jones. You see the Martian Manhunter, you know, in like silver screen format. I lost my mind. I was, you know what I mean, just legitimately. His eyes turned red, and I was like, "Oh wait!" Like think, "Oh, he's just gonna turn back human." But to see him turn all the way into the Martian with the cape and all that, I was having that, like, just kid moment. So I understand what you're saying about Scream and why it's just kind of just stuck there in the ether.
But and this is my last question. We can move on to the thing.
God damn, man! No, I'm just joking.
Scream, right? I really want to touch on it real quick because I know you guys have brought up trailers earlier, and I'm purposely not watching trailers.
Not at all, dude. I'm literally trying not to watch anything Scream 7, man.
I love Cody because Cody is great and Brittany is great when it comes to watching trailers and not being so spoiled. And they'll let me know if they're like, "Hey, no, I'm not watching this one." But like me personally, I'm not. But how there are already confirmation that Scream 8 is going to be made, right? Yeah. What are we doing? What are we doing?
I honestly don't want it. I don't want it. And you need to hang it up already, especially with Sid.
Are you lagged out? Go ahead, Cody. What'd you say?
Yeah, you lagged out a little bit, Cody. Sorry.
Oh, I said I don't really want Screams. I want them to hang it up already. Let Sydney live her life. I don't want it to be just becoming a cash cow type thing. Just keep cash or Sydney stuff over and over. Like, I love Sydney. Y'all know that. But I think the franchise just needs to end already. As much as I love it,
Cody, I can't even believe what I'm hearing.
Well, let me play devil's advocate here. Can we meet in the middle to like? And this is my question, right? Like, can we go back to what Donnie said, right? Where it was the early 2000s and the internet didn't really exist, and could you imagine watching? Let's just pretend, right? Let's imagine that there was no internet and we got the news how we got it in the 2000s, and we went to see Scream 7, right? And then 2 years later, you're just out and about in life, and then you just out of nowhere, they're like Scream 8 in theaters this summer, right? How they used to do it, right? Yep. Would you not be kind of hyped for it? But when they're letting you know 4 years in advance, what is up with this whole timeline shit? Why
it's Bill Gates' fault. That son of a bitch.
No, but seriously, like, what is up with these? Like, and we got to blame Marvel, right? Marvel did it. Marvel was the first one that said, "Okay, we're going to give you phase 1, phase 2. And then now, ever since then, every franchise is doing it with their universe. Whether
everything is interconnected, or there's got to be 3 movies made, or trilogy. Like,
and we're going to let you know 4 years in advance. That's what happened with The Strangers Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. Like, they let you know, hey, we got 2 movies that planned 4 years in advance, right? Thanksgiving was released, and they're like, "Hey, we're already thinking about doing a sequel." Like, can we go back to where we just got surprised? Where's the surprise in life anymore?
Yeah, like I just
That's why I appreciate Final Destination Bloodlines. You know, it just popped in out of nowhere. Like, hey, yeah, it's finally happening.
Well, yeah.
I think I think it was a little bit different than what we thought, though. I think we thought it's going to be a final. Well, no, not that. I mean, what I'm saying is, I think we thought maybe it was going. Okay, Final Destination 6. We know 5 was a prequel, so this is going to be its own like standalone thing. Or like what the way that they went through and kind of like tied it all back around. Because I remember leaning to my aunt and I was like, I bet you the little kid is Tony Todd, like because of how far back it began and stuff. I was like, the way they did that was great, rather than it just being there's another Final Destination where a bunch of people just getting killed in cheeky ways, and we hear, like you said, to cash that check.
Yeah, so it's like I really miss the times where it's just where's that surprise? Like where is that surprise? That's why like I just stay away from it. Like I try my best. Like even I know what you did last summer, Anthony. How many years have we been talking about this, bro? Like at least 3 years.
Isn't it absolutely crazy? Like, who would have ever thought? Like when we first started talking about, like, I know what you like that. There's actually like, and now they're talking urban legend. Like, dude, don't get me wrong. I totally hear where you're coming from, Helvington, and I totally hear where you're coming from too, Cody. Like, I totally get it. Like, Sid just needs to be like, or just like maybe if they want to do a movie with her like later, I don't know if that'll make any sense. You know, just kind of like Jamie Lee Curtis has been doing or whatever. I think it just means that they're just going to have like a cliffhanger in 7. And if Kevin Williamson is comfortable with doing a 2-part movie and the storyline makes sense and the writing is good, I'm down with it. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I'm cool with it.
So question. So this would be 2 parts, and then there would still be an 8.
The
2 part would be 7 and 8. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's what they're wanting to do. I think it's just like nowadays.
My fear, though, Anthony, my fucking fear, brother, is that we're gonna have a Terrifier 2 / Halloween Kills. Like we're gonna have just a
amalgamation. Yeah.
It's just gonna be like, and that's why I feel like they're loading up on the Avengers right now, with bringing Roman, Billy, Stu, all these people back. They're literally saying, hey. But what sense does this make? And they're like, okay, look, this story isn't going to be that great. You're going to have a really good time watching all this on screen. But here's Scream 8 where the story really fucking matters, right? That's what I feel like it's going to happen.
And I was going to say, too, can you tastefully bring all of this together where it's not just a bunch of random stuff happening?
Thank you. And that's what I'm saying. I think this is some fucking bullshit, honestly. Not that
but we all loved Halloween Kills, though, right?
I mean, I did.
I did. I loved it. I mean, but Anne sucked. But
we're talking.
I mean, you know my feelings with that trilogy anyway. But
y'all really dig that Haddonfield versus Michael storyline. Y'all really dig that. Like y'all.
I just liked it because Michael's killing people like whole movie.
Yeah.
See, this is the problem with I feel like with cinema, right? I feel like they're half spoon feeding us, right? Here's half of it. Give me the full thing. Give me a good story and Michael killing, right?
Yeah, give me a 4-hour movie.
No, it's not that. It's more like okay, it's all marketing, right? They're like, why can't we just give them 2 movies and get double the profit and just split the storyline up and take out a bunch of shit?
Oh,
That's
dude,
right? Because
I totally hear what you're saying, dude. Yeah, 100%.
Because you're gonna clamor to go see the first half to answer the questions, but then none of them get answered, or there's just gonna be even more questions. So that forces you to have to go see the other part to finally put all of it to bed. And look, I watched that Exorcist Believer shit the other day.
Oh, shit on that movie.
But they're gonna sell you on them selling it over.
I'm not gonna lie,
like it's a scheme.
But see, maybe
Donnie, what you described was literally the David Gordon Green trilogy of Halloween. It went nowhere.
That's what I was saying, though. Why did everything have to be a trilogy? As soon as they were like, "Oh, we're gonna do extras," it's gonna be 3 of them. I was like, "This shit ain't gonna work."
No, they only made Kills and Ends because 2018 made money. He just threw shit at the wall and wanted to see
what sticks. Yeah, for real.
Go back now. Now this is why I'm so stuck in the 2090s, because go back when you watch these Halloweens and these Screams, right? The ending was fucking definite, and then that's why when they came back, you were like, or they left a little bit, right? And then when they came back, you were truly fucking surprised, like, oh shit, there's a Scream 4 happening. What? I thought this shit was settled 10 years ago, right? Or damn, I thought they were going to do something, 6 years ago when I seen that little bit at the end, right? But like that now they're like, no, there's going to be another one before the first one ends, and I just don't dig that concept.
Laurie killed Michael Myers at the end of H2O.
Dude, he switched the mask, dude. He switched it. We got Resurrection. Man.
Fuck out of here. There's but that's what I was talking about though. Like, just real quick, just to put a button on it, was just about stuff being resolute. Like, and not that I don't like ambiguous endings. Like, you can kind of you maybe have to figure it out for yourself, or you could just like in your mind, this is what I like to think happened, or that kind of thing. Cool, but I don't like those movies where it's like, oh, here's the ending that we gave you because this is the way we're trying to go out. Wait, actually, scratch that. We can make some more money. Here's some bullshit. So what you saw didn't really happen.
Kathy Bates says in Misery, he didn't get out of the cock-a-doodle car.
Yeah, yeah. Oh God, like, come on, man.
These fucking production companies are gonna hear you guys, and then they're gonna fucking cancel Scream 8.
Hold on. Now I'm really about to get canceled, right? Let me say this last thing, right?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
When you see these content creators, right, at these awards and red carpets, right, it's because it's a marketing scheme. They're not on here telling you how they really feel, and like it's all a scheme. So here in the Hell Zone, you can say what you really want to say and say it with your chest, and we won't be judged with it.
It's just like video games. They every year they sell us the same video game. We paying $70, $80, $120 for like the collector's edition, whatever. And then as soon as you get it, this shit needs a 45 gig update because they sold you some broken shit off rip. But it's not like we have an alternative with some of the stuff.
Like if somebody hit me up in the year 1997 or whenever the freaking Scream came, 1998 when H2O came out, right? And they're like, here, Dave, here's $10,000 or $5,000 or here's front row VIP tickets to premiere. Talk good about it. That's literally the day and age we live in, right? That's why these films keep getting made. These terrible films. Because it's part of their marketing budget, right? That's their marketing, that's their publicity. It's no more talk shows and red carpet events. It's more so of inviting these streamers to promote the film and these and it's just like, where is the surprise and where's the authenticity in cinema? Like truly, I think Wes Craven would look and see what cinema has become, and there are gems in there with. Jordan Peele and Damien Leone and Fede and all these people who really dedicate their all to their craft, right? Ty West, right? All these people, but like, other than that, these horror directors and writers should be fucking ashamed of what they fucking have been putting out recently. And I know it takes a lot of work to put a movie together and everything, but to spoon feed your audience when all they want is to be fed at once, and you're and especially in this economy, you're milking us fucking dry for subpar product.
Because you got to keep going to the theater to see this, because you don't want it ruined. Because the first thing somebody gonna do is get online and start talking about how good or bad this was, or whatever it is.
What are we doing here?
Oh God!
Okay, I'm done, Anthony. Get on to the fucking stream, brother.
Dude, Hellington, totally valid on like all accounts. Like this is just the two things I gotta say. Okay, so like for myself,
so he don't get canceled, y'all. No, I'm joking.
For myself though, I'll just say like, it takes a lot for me to actually fucking hate a movie. Like I could probably watch like a perfect day. Like, dude, Cody, have you ever seen the slasher movie Drive Thru from 2007?
Yep.
Yes.
Horny the Clown, right? Shit. That movie is not very good, but I enjoyed the shit out of it. Most people would probably watch that shit and be like, this is the dumbest shit I've ever seen. And we watched it the other night and I'm like, dude, this is fucking, I love this. This is,
but then you have like pre-Gossip Girl Leighton Meester in that as the final girl.
Yeah, exactly. But and then it's just like, sometimes it's just like people's like tastes. Like we all have like different tastes. Like, they have like the Popeye the Sailor Man fucking slasher, or like the Mickey Mouse slasher.
But that's what I'm talking about.
Those are the good ones. That's the ones that if I can see the effort, and I'm talking
I'm just saying like, I think there's just like a lot of stuff put out nowadays.
What was imaginary? What are these films that we're being sold at? You know, like these.
Oh yeah, I mean Blumhouse. Yeah, I mean some of those
The
movies
Woman in
are
Black.
fucking.
Like I understand the effort, but it's like
Yeah,
That movie pissed me off, man.
the marketing of what these films are doing. Like that's why, like, shout out Final Destination. You delivered on what the audience. I haven't seen it, but you delivered on what the audience wanted. Right? I know what you did last summer has potential to do that. That's what I'm saying. If you are going to sell me a movie, it needs to be good. And 9 times out of 10,
dude,
now,
y'all keep talking. I'm gonna be right back. Y'all keep talking.
all right, but you guys
And
know
then,
what I'm saying.
and then we'll get to the list. Right
Okay,
on,
cool.
right on.
But you guys see what I'm saying, though?
Yeah, 100%, man. Like you said, I was in the theater, like I said, to watch Final Destination, and then I seen the trailer for Megan, and I'm pretty sure that everybody was looking because I what like like just audibly just said that because I was like, who is this for? Like why? I don't understand it. You know it.
Cody, even when you with the Mission Impossible franchise, I know you put out a review
Oh
on that.
boy.
Like, you know, like it's just sometimes when you really are going to sell me on something, really, it's and you know what, Donnie, it's like what you say with these final tours, these final shows. It's never if you're going to sell me that final tour, it better be the fucking final tour, because if not, you sell me false goods here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I know people in the year 2000 had to be pissed off when they spent all that money to go see Kiss, and then they were like, actually, you know what? We're not gonna retire. We're still good. Like we're gonna keep going. Bitch, I just paid $5,000 for front row seats though.
Marketing.
On
the FOMO, fear of missing out. You
the
know,
yeah, right. Like
I gave it away. I gave into it. I gave away doing that a long time ago. Unless I see something like a black phone, right? I was like, oh, this is interesting. Oh, I'll pay to see this in cinema, right? And then I'll take some chances with like Scream 6 and get disappointed and never go back for another 8 months, you know, unless it's something that is game changing.
dude, that's the fucking they just did that with the woman in the yard thing, and like
Yeah, the woman in yard. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
That pissed me off because
I would have
like,
been pissed if I would have seen that in theaters. Again, understand the concept. I appreciate this concept. The what we got, the result wasn't. What do you think, Cody? What is your that take on horror nowadays under delivering on what they're promising?
I mean, definitely like becomes sometimes either a cash grab or I feel
Dude,
like
Warner Brothers just hit me up and they were like, "What the fuck, dude?" No, I'm just joking.
It's insane.
No, I'm totally just joking. Nice.
Like,
so you guys all
nothing
talking
pisses me
about
off more.
Anthony, tell them to speed it up on that Harry Potter show. Getting Nancy over here.
Yeah,
like, come on,
100%
man.
with the Batman.
Well, real quick,
speed that shit
finish.
up.
Let because I really want to know what Cody has to say. So let him finish.
Yeah,
No,
Cody,
nothing pisses me off more, like you said, if it doesn't deliver. Like the last Paranormal Activity movie, the Ghost Dimension, pissed me off. It offered nothing. Like Katie wasn't even in it.
Yeah.
Which allegedly Katie, the actress who played her, declined to return because she knew the script was shit. She wanted to do with it.
Shout out Nev Campbell. All right, go ahead, Anthony. What are we doing tonight, brother?
Okay, yeah. So we finally get to these movies. So we'll probably at least get through the Fridays for sure, and then I'll pick some more of the juicier ones towards the end or whatever. Because we're gonna try to get it all done before 8:00 or So okay, so again,
I got time tonight, brother. I got time.
Yeah. Dude, I was thinking about it when I was going to the bathroom. Dude, we should just fucking
I loved it. I love the conversation.
We should bunker in and do like a fucking 5-hour stream some night.
Bro, because this is my first stream back. I haven't done like an in-person stream. I know people are like, dude, why don't you do this for the Hell Zone? It's just like, fuck. When we come here to Anthony's stream, I get to nerd out and talk like non-horror, and it's just so much fun.
Yeah, and and it's so like when we do it, like it like far in between like that. There's life happening, and we're all like updating each other and stuff like that too. You know what I mean? And then
good to see each other.
Well, that's
Donnie's right, 100%. Okay,
hang on, I don't know why that's going on.
Now who the fuck did that?
Who's smaller than that?
That's what I want to know, right?
Woo!
Okay, so just like everybody saw last time, we're just doing verses. Again, I got the pictures. They might not look the best. I guess I must have done landscape instead of last time. I think I did. Shit. So my bad, fellas. Maybe the pictures aren't as great. You'll still see the fucking covers and everything. So again, I did all the Friday movies except for Freddy versus Jason. I'm sorry, I totally fucking spaced it when I was doing them. So what? I didn't do that one. But again, we're gonna do all the Fridays against another movie that I thought was maybe a pretty good matchup. And again, I tried to base it off of how I kind of figured you guys might vote and shit a little bit, like and how it might be a little mixed on, like, you'll know what I mean when we go through them.
Let's do it.
All right, so we're gonna start the first one. Hopefully this isn't too easy. I guess we'll see. But okay, so the first one, we got the original Friday the 13th against the original TCM. So we'll just start from the top, Cody, and then we'll just kind of we'll just go down and up, as we go along.
Cool.
So what you got, Cody?
It's Friday the 13th for me because just out of nowhere, I just developed a huge freaking love for it because again, I was so attached to all the characters. I liked all of them. They all had some really solid deaths. It was a semi whodunit with not so much a, oh my God, it's them kind of thing. It's a person who we'd never seen before. But once Betsy Palmer comes in and just raises hell as Pamela Voorhees, it's just amazing. I love her scuffle with Alice.
Oh, dude, it's so good, so believable. I mean, dude, what are we talking about?
Yeah. The biggest thing that disappoints me every single time with that one is that it doesn't live up to its title properly. Whereas I would say the remake does it a whole lot better. Yes, we get that in the last 15, 20 minutes that he has the chainsaw action. But also, I just did not have any attachment to the characters, despite Marilyn Burns being super good as Sally. I just think I have so much more of a good time with Friday the 13th.
Nice. Valid. Okay, nice. All right, Helvington.
All right. So I love how Anthony says that these are going to be easy, right? And again, I know Donnie called me out last time on the stream for, not picking my favorite and kind of being unbiased, and then I end up being biased towards the end of the stream. I would try not to do that this time. Try not to be biased.
Dude, we pretty much all are when we make our movie selections. I mean, that's just how it is.
So
shout out to Helvington.
Yeah, I know. I remember, Donnie. I remember, brother. But again, I'm gonna try to be unbiased here. So again, we're talking Friday the 13th, original, right? One of the best twist endings, like Cody said, of all time in horror cinema history, right?
Great reveal. I like it. Yep.
But on the other hand, you have TCM, right? And while the remake is better than the original, right?
Most def.
I always say this: if the original just happened, yeah, the remake could fucking still, could happen, but it wouldn't have the foundation, right, of in our brains of what we want to see on the screen, right? And for what was that Toby Hooper?
Toby Hooper, yep.
What Toby Hooper did for that time period of just showing what he showed on screen and the family and the it was just shocking for the time.
Shocking.
To where Friday the 13th, there were films around that time that were doing that whole slasher concept, killer, you don't know who it is.
100%.
So for me, I'm going to go TCM just for what it did for shock horror.
I love it, dude. Yeah, early American Grindhouse, 100%.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, Downey, you up.
So, I totally agree with Helvington, because I feel like, and it's not, I'm not knocking Friday the 13th, nothing like that. This Friday, I'm keep my black ass in the house. I know that. But
the future.
And it's not that the reveal isn't sweet, but like what you were saying, there's other films that are kind of, in that same vein, if you will. You got your Psycho, and you get, you know what I mean? Like you got your your films with that same kind of who done it. The call is coming from inside the house, like that kind of thing. I think it's already been said. Like Texas Chainsaw was a movie about a bunch of crazy motherfuckers. Like, yo, what is happening? What is it? And it, like there's some pockets of Texas that's really like this. All right, let me not go. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like and I think too for me though, like just with horror, a lot of what I not view like when I'm watching it, but my understanding of it comes from hearing my mom, who swears up and down that she's not a horror fan, yet every monumental horror film she went to go see, either she snuck into it or whatever. The Exorcist, Jaws, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, all this stuff. But she swears up and down she doesn't like horror. So hearing her describe to me being in the theater in 1975, seeing that, to me was scarier than anything. You know what I mean? And so then when I saw it, I try to watch it for that context. I'm like, yeah, that's what it is. It's just some more real life shit.
Nice, dude. Totally valid. I'm not gonna lie. I knew how Cody and Helvington were gonna vote this one. I give you my word. I did not know how Donnie was gonna vote it, so it was pretty interesting. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Now you guys know we watch a movie all the time religiously, and somebody posed the question the other night. It was like, rate these films cinematography alone. It was TCM original, Scream original, Nightmare on Elm Street original, and what was the other one? Come on, Mach. What was the other one? What did I just say? TCM, Scream. Nightmare on Elm Street. Oh, and Halloween, right?
Ooh.
So it was on cinematography alone, and literally they both answered it the exact same way that their number one was saying that I would have picked, and it would have been TCM, because to me TCM had that gritty, just real life fucking filter on it, man.
When you watching it, don't you feel like you sitting in your house chilling, air conditioner on, but you like, damn, it's hot in the motherfucker out here.
That was the one movie I felt that fucking sweat. Like I remember that growing up. I was like, yeah, no, I feel that sweat, dog.
Yeah, 100%.
Especially,
you can almost smell the room when there's just feathers and bones and shit everywhere and all that
and
stuff.
I watch a lot of old school, like, and this is, if you guys never seen Twilight Zone or any of the Alfred Hitchcock, TV series, a lot of movies that you see nowadays are rendition of some of those stories, right?
Yep.
And I've never seen a story like TCM before TCM, right?
Of course, yeah.
You had Hills Have Eyes and stuff like that, but it was those films that came out at the same time that were trendsetters. It was game changers, right?
And this was so unhinged, especially for 1975.
Come on, guy.
What year did it come out?
74. Yeah, this and Black Christmas came out like 2 months apart. Yeah,
and then there's the iconic shot, the camera behind her, like just low to the ground. Just what I'm saying.
So many good shots. But at the end of the day, I'm going to agree with Cody. I like Friday the 13th a little bit better. I think the reveal, I think, is very underrated. I think Pamela is a great killer in the first one. I think the movie, I think what puts it over the top for me is Tom Savini. I think Tom Savini did a really good job with like the practicals in that movie. There's something I don't know. I think it just like sets the trend of like how the rest of the movies are going to go, even though Jason's not in it. Because like when you see her at the end, you're not thinking to yourself like, "Oh, this lady's killing everybody." Because literally, when they're showing the killer like in the bushes and shit, it's literally like a man's hands and shit. You know what I mean? It's like you're not thinking it's her. But so nice, we got evened up on this one. But I'm gonna go Friday by just a hair, man. By just a hair.
We're tied on this one. All right, that was a good one. That was a hard one.
Yeah.
That one goes to me. It goes down to cinematography versus practical effects. Right? Which one do you prefer?
All right, next one. This one might be really easy. Maybe, I don't know. To me, this seemed like a good one because we were watching Friday 2, but this might be a fucking landslide. So, all right, next one we got Friday 2 against the original Candyman.
Get the fuck out of here.
Come on, guy, get out of here.
Okay, are we all going Candyman then, or what are you doing, Cody?
Going Candyman.
I'm about to say, nah, Cody, you be
Damn
wild
it.
in Friday Part 2. That'd be crazy, bro.
I mean, we don't have
Like,
to.
the thing is, I used to love Part 2 so much, but for some reason, it's kind of started to like die on me for like
instead of growing on you, it goes the other way, right?
Yeah, like it's still good, but I don't know. I can't explain why it's lost impact on me. Like I love Sackhead Jason.
Yeah.
I think he's even creepier than Hockey Mask Jason. I
yeah.
like that it's a higher body count.
Mountain
but-
Man, yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just
Maybe this one
it's like
seemed good at
it's
the time.
it's mid tier Friday the 13th for me for some reason. I
He
feel
said
like
this one seemed good at the time.
Yeah, 100%. No,
whereas Candyman, it has the kills, the performances, the eerie vibes
practicals.
throughout,
oh yeah,
and it's just bonkers. Like like the scene where she wakes up in the apartment and you hear the mom going berserk in the other room.
Yeah.
And then she sees the blood, she sees the dog's head, and then she's just getting
100%.
attacked with the knife. It's just batshit all in this one scene.
Yeah, and Vanessa Williams killed it. Anne Marie, like
She did.
her freaking out in that moment. Yeah, it's top tier.
Okay, so we all going Candyman, or what about you, Helvington? What's your 2 cents?
Oh no, yeah. For me,
Shit, I missed on this one, fellas. My bad. I thought it was a little bit better, but yeah,
No,
maybe it
you're
wasn't
good.
even close.
for me, it's Friday 13 Part 2 is great because again you introduced Jason, but I watched The Town That Dreaded Sundown before that, and I felt like that did a better job at what they were kind of trying to do, right? With this whole killer sackhead guy.
Yep.
I feel like it should have been more story based, right? And because I seen The Town That Dreaded Sundown, which was a story based film with Jason elements, Friday the Part 2 was kind of a letdown. But I did like that it introduces a Jason. But I mean, it's fucking Tony Todd.
No.
I mean,
Are you talking about like the requel version of Town That's Dreaded Sundown or the like original one?
the OG.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I think that one came out like late 70s, and this was like obviously 81.
Yeah.
But and there's other. I'm not trying to rag on Part 2. I actually like Part 2.
Have
Amy
you guys
Steele-
seen the OG?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Dude, it's just the requel was great. Great requel.
Oh dude, honestly, yeah, the remake is fucking
Fucking
awesome.
solid.
Yeah,
Or remake is so whatever. But the OG for just again, I'm just a fan of a good story, you know, in the town that's dreading sundown, and just the whole how it opens. I mean, I think it's an iconic film. So yeah.
yeah, and Part 2 honestly has some. I've said that before. That has some steals, some kills that are steals from like other movies. Very,
Yeah.
anyways. But still, I do like Part 2. Okay, my bad. That one was probably pretty easy. But yeah, Candyman all the way through. All right, so now we got some 3D matchups. Okay,
Damn, he ain't even asked me. That's crazy.
oh yeah.
Damn, nigga didn't even ask me. That's crazy. Like
My bad, Donnie. Put your 2 cents in there.
no. You already know. I was gonna say Candyman. Next question.
Yeah.
That's literally
No.
what I'm gonna say.
I really want to know, like, because this is Tony Todd we're speaking. Like,
Okay,
I
Donnie,
talked
then
about
just
Friday 13.
give your
Talk
2
about
cents
Tony
on.
Todd. Yeah.
Yeah, give your 2 cents on why it's like one of your favorites of all time.
It was for me, like you guys know, I talk about this all the time. Like to me, representation, that's a thing, man. And that shit, it matters, especially like especially when you're a little kid and you're impressionable and stuff. Like I didn't know there were black superheroes till I seen the Green Lantern in the Justice League cartoon. And I was like, damn, we could do that, And then when I got into horror and I'm seeing these other iconic films, Texas Chainsaw and Friday and Nightmare and all this stuff, and I'm learning the characters and the time periods and all this stuff. The one thing that kind of dawned on me was a lot of this stuff is taking place in suburbia, so there's not a lot of black people there. Like, especially I'm talking about just geographically, like demographically. In the 80s, when a lot of that stuff got moved to the suburbs, black people just weren't there. You know what I mean? And to go from like, blaxploitation era to now leading the role as the villain, full 180. And so, like I said, my mom put me on game. I was like, Mom, the one thing I'm noticing is like all the slashers are these white characters. I was like, why is there no black horror movie? And she's like, yeah, there is. And she said, it's called The Candyman. And I was like, That's some shit about Sammy Davis Jr. What is that? And and she was like, no, like she was like, he had a hook for her hand, and you summoned him through this mirror, and he showed up, and he had all these bees in his mouth. And I remember just standing. She was in the bathroom brushing her hair, and I was like, what? Like, and she was like, I'm thinking like, nah, you just making this up. You seen that like on Saturday Night Live or something, like, and then I went and looked for it, man, and no bullshit. It was like I had to. I was watching it, and that shit freaked me out so much. I stopped and waited till the sun came up to finish watching it, and just seeing Tony and like just the way he like played the character, man.
100%.
That's what like did it. You know what I mean?
Dude, the cover art of the VHS scared the shit out of me in the video store. I would like not look at it because just the eye with the bee in it, I'd be like, yeah, no, that's scary.
Yeah, I remember first time I ever saw Candyman the original. I think I said this to you guys. What was that? What was that thing, Cody, where it showed like 15-minute clips? It was a bunch of the horror movies all put together in like this collection of 15-minute.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
I can't remember the name either.
Fuck, I can't remember either. First time I ever saw the clip, and it was him being him in the parking garage or whatever. And I just remember being like, God damn, like this is like it was something like I almost like had never seen. I remember it was like the same with like Hellraiser. I just remember that 15-minute clip. I was like, oh shit. I don't think I want to watch this for a long time.
But it's like that's and just real quick, just rest in peace to the God, like what he was saying about how scary it is. Like I keep it on deck all the time, man. And this, you guys always put me on games like the Scream Factory thing. This is that version. And what's cool is like the theatrical cut version. It's got all these special features and bonus featured interviews with Bernard Rose and Tony Todd, Virginia Madsen, also. But the theatrical disc, it's only like behind the scenes stuff from 1992. Then on the director's cut, the unrated cut, it's all new interviews with those same people to go with like I guess like the 4K version or whatever it is. They re-interviewed all those people. So I want to say this came like 2019 or 20. So I don't know how far in development the requel was at that point. But it was cool to like hear them talk about it then, because like in you watching the 1992 interviews, Tony is like appreciative for the role and stuff, but he's like, yeah, I did that, then thinking next role would come, and it kind of like, not that he didn't like it, but he was like, I'm, I can act and do other things and stuff like that. But by the time you get to the more modern interviews, he's like, I'm sure that somewhere in my obituary, Candyman is going to be within the first 3 lines, and I don't have a problem with that. So it was cool. It kind of came full circle.
Dude, honestly, I think one of his like really fucking great roles also was the Night of the Living Dead remake. Was that 91? I think.
Hell yeah,
dude, he did a great fucking job in that remake, dude. The movie's badass, dude. So was the final girl. I don't know what her name is, but she did a great job in that movie too. Okay, nice. Okay, so I think you guys might have saw the other one. So now we had some 3D matchup, old school versus new school. So we got Friday the 13th 3D against the My Bloody Valentine remake 3D.
You're killing me here.
Is this part 3? I'm sorry, I can't really.
Yeah, part 3. Yeah.
Okay.
Got that disco score on it.
Cody, you want to go ahead?
Well, we'll start with you, Helvington. Or who did we start with last time? Oh, I think we kind of just okay. We'll start with you, Helvington. Yeah.
All right. Man, I love me a good 3D cover.
Oh, dude, that cover's sexy as shit, dude.
On both of them, so badass. And this was before, again, I'm all about marketing, but this is before marketing became, so. Check this DVD we're coming out with in 2 years, right? We didn't know about these DVDs. We just went to Walmart one day and we was like, oh shit, look at this cover. You know what I'm saying? Like, miss those days, man. But I gotta go Friday 13 Part 3D. Nice. Part 3 3D. I think that again, for the time period of what 3D was at the time, I thought that it did really well without being overbearing. And just as a Friday the 13th film, it's a fucking really good film, right?
Gets his mask the first time. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, gets his mask. It's quick, straight to the point. There's not a really long prologue. Like we're getting, okay, this is Jason. Quick kills, and just a good story. My Bloody Valentine 3D, though, I will say this is a hot take. Cody, what is the actor's name from Supernatural that's in that one?
Eccles, yeah.
Jensen Ackles, yeah.
I didn't think he was that great.
Ooh.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't think he was that great. Now I understand the role and what the role required of him to be the hidden killer amongst everybody, right? But I think it was kind of to me. You know what I'm saying? It was almost like the girl's performance in When a Stranger Calls, the remake. I would put their both performances on the same level. While good, just not what I expected for a horror film.
Nice. I like it. Donnie, we'll go to you and then we'll go back to everybody.
I'm sorry, Brandon. I'm sorry, Brandon. Look, don't hate me. I said it was a hot take, damn it. I'm in the hell zone half the time, so I'll just say what I want to say.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think I'm gonna go with Friday as well. Not that I dislike My Bloody Valentine. What year was that? 09? 08?
2009, yeah.
Okay, because I definitely, for sure, being 15. Damn it, not old enough to get in to see that shit yet. But I remember like the commercials and all that stuff. And at the time, I didn't know. That's when I was first getting into horror, so I didn't know that there was a remake. I thought that was the OG one, and so I thought this is something new. This could be interesting. But when with Friday, I just love like some of the campiness in it, man. Like we said, he get the mask for the first time, and I like how he's kind of like nonchalant, just kind of like walking around, like you know what I mean? Just
100%,
yeah.
And then isn't this the one? Is this the one with the bike? Is this the one with the bikers?
Yeah, in the barn. Yep.
And
the barn ending thing was goated.
100%.
This feels good.
and the practicals, like the paper mache head shit, always cracks me up. Like, you know what I mean? Like the eyeball, like on the string that you can see the string. And then and then I can't remember the girl's name, but the chick when she's freaking out after she found out that Chili was dead is the worst stretch of acting I think I've ever seen in my lifetime. And every time that shit's on, I always gotta hit like. I always have to like loop that shit on the DVR for a couple, like let me see that a couple times. Like that shit be having me in tears just because I'm like, was effort not required? Like, I mean, just goddamn. But that's not to knock the My Bloody Valentine. I do like that movie a lot actually. But yeah, Friday and shout out to 3D glasses when they were red and blue.
Hell
100%. Yeah. All right, Cody, what you got?
I'm gonna go with My Bloody Valentine. I've never really been a fan of Friday 3.
Fucking!
I like. Yes, it's cool we get Jason, getting his hockey mask, but I just didn't. I think it's just kind of a boring overall entry. I don't care about many of the characters except for like the only one I actually really liked the most was Vera, the one who gets like the spear gun through her eye. I think they did her dirty big time.
Aren't the characters supposed to be like expendable? That's kind of
not all the time. Not all the time.
In these horror movies, like you kind of
they got
kind of rooting for the bad guy a little bit if you want to see a slasher.
Not me. Depends on the movie. Like Unfriended, kill them all. I don't care. They were all assholes.
Dark Web was better. Dark Web was better.
That's a different story.
That's scary. That's scarier to me than a random ghost in our chat box. Fuck out of here.
I've never seen either movie.
The final girl, I did not like her acting. She was
it's not great. Yeah,
she was too whiny. She was too whiny.
Not great.
I give her credit for like going ham on Jason in the barn.
Yep.
But she was still annoying before that. My Bloody Valentine, I think it's just such a solid slasher. I love the kills. Some of the CGI questionable, yes. Not the best final girl, but I think she was a better actress than Dana Kimmel.
Jamie King, yeah.
I like Jensen Ackles in it because here's my thing about final guys in horror. More often than not, it doesn't require much of them other than to look hot. I'm just saying. And that's
What's up?
Huh?
Who or what?
Oh, I'm talking about Jensen Ackles. Like I thought he did fine, but more often than not, final guys in horror. Final guys in horror are just there to look hot half the time and just try to be all manly.
So, are you saying it was because he was hot, or it's because he was deep? He had a deep character.
I mean, yes, he's hot, but I also don't think he's bad because I've seen him on Supernatural and he's a good actor.
Oh no, he was good. I'm saying he was good on Supernatural, but like, what did you enjoy his character in My Bloody Valentine?
I mean, yes, I liked him better than Axel.
Okay,
because Axel was a freaking dick and he should have died.
I'm not saying I'm saying as a final guy, he
wouldn't make my top 5.
Okay, fair.
I didn't mind him though. Like it's like this is supposed to be like a campy B slasher type vibes, and I think it delivered on all of that. It was like just fun as hell. I love seeing it in 3D in the theater. It's still today my favorite 3D experience in the theater.
Let's go, nice.
But yeah, I think it just My Bloody Valentine is so much more of a fun slasher than Friday 3 is.
I like it all the way around. Nice. I'm telling you,
this is the one where we skip Anthony.
Yeah. No, seriously, I love how like just you guys are valid on all accounts. Like everything you get, like all you guys' points about both films, very valid. I'm dude, Helvington, I'm sorry, man. I'm gonna have to disagree though. Dude, I think Jensen Ackles does a great job actually playing the whole like, am I going crazy or is it Kerr Smith? The actual like he's actually the like, dude, I think he does a great job, to be honest. Like, I think he plays it off really well. But then like when you see it at the end where he's like, he's over there. Shoot him. And they're like, there's nobody.
That
there.
part was good. That part and that's where it felt more like supernatural to me.
Because then he quickly changed into his like he was like where he changes into Harry. He's like,
exactly.
Like the ending was, but the whole I didn't like. I enjoyed his act in the ending where he got to play the multiple personalities, but when he had to stick to the personality of the beginning of, I guess what I'm trying to say is I didn't like the beginning of what he did. It felt like it was too much for him to not be able to play both characters. For him to internally know that he's two characters, but he has to hide it from the screen. I didn't think he did a good job at that.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Cody. I'm gonna just say My Bloody Valentine by just the hair, but I think it's because I love the remake craze of the 2000s, and I think this movie's like fun with like the 3D. I mean, you got Tom Atkins. I think Jamie King does a great job. Kerr Smith does a good job. I just love that remake phase that happened during the 2000s. I think it's here's a question though. I mean, we'll just go through it really quick. If
I forgot the supermarket chase scene. Excellent.
Yeah, and like the fucking scene where like the strippers getting down with like the fucking semi-truck driver, like that kills really good and stuff. Like there's just some really good parts to it. Would you guys take the OG My Bloody Valentine or the remake?
I'd say the OG. I think
it's
honestly the OG is actually pretty freaking creepy.
Pretty fucking awesome, man. Like honestly, like dude, that movie is like the scene where like the fucking the suits are all coming down and that chick's in that dude, that part's fucking great, man.
That was it Ethel? Her name's Ethel, right? Mabel.
Nice.
Ethel or Mabel? The laundromat chick.
Brandon's rolling with the remake though. Dude, that's valid. Like
a laundromat chick when she gets killed, that scene is terrifying. And then when they find her body all burnt up and shit.
100%. Yep. Nice. So I think it's been pretty even so far, except for the Candyman. But yeah, dude, like I love 3D Jason. I mean, you got Richard fucking Brooker and shit. He's got them big ass traps and shit. And he's like, yeah, dude, it's But
so when she gets tied up.
When she gets the van stuck on that little bridge, I'm like, God damn, you could have been out of there. But
I think cinematography, like I think it's a good film, like shot, like it gives me what was that one movie that came around the same time? One of Wes Craven's last movies,
My Soul to Take.
Yeah, it gives you
That was
that kind of
pointless
vibe.
ass 3D if I ever saw it.
Yeah, it was pointless 3D. Great story though. Great story, but pointless
Dude, I
3D.
think that story's like fucking way slept on, dude. I love that movie actually.
But it was that kind of that era cinematography, like that dark shaded, dark,
Oh, dude, the
I love
2000s always with that dark shit. Yeah,
I love it. I love it.
Okay, this one might be easy, maybe not. I'm probably gonna guess. Actually, I don't. Okay, we'll see what you guys think. I think we're on to Donnie. So Donnie, we got final chapter against Scream 3.
Real quick, let me point out the final chapter. You guys may not know this, but it wasn't the final chapter.
Yeah, right.
Look at.
Okay, is this the one? Because look, I ain't the biggest Friday fan. There's too many of them. But
Corey Feldman. Yeah, Corey Feldman's in this one.
Right, but is this the one where he gets the spear, or is that the next one?
Spear is 6. Spear is 6, and there's also a spear in 2.
Right. Yeah, it's definitely not 2 because he had the mask on.
Yeah, so Spear is a 6. Yep.
I just remember using that version of him in the game, like when you.
Oh, it's the best version.
This is the one where he comes out at the end and he has his mask off, and you see him with his mask off for the first time.
Corey Feldman hits.
He's killing me, Trish.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Right. Dude, that part is so fucking bad, Cody. It's the worst part of the movie.
I'm
dying. He's killing me.
Yeah, dog. It's not worse than Chili's dead, but here's the thing: Scream 3 is probably my least favorite of the Scream movies. I know, shocker. But I'm still gonna pick that over.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Over Friday, like that. You know what I mean? Like, to tell you the truth, I probably fall asleep if either one of them was on.
That's all right.
To be honest, but sue me, take me to court.
We're already on the way.
No, I mean, okay. I mean, dude, that's valid.
Though. That's valid. That's what I love about Donnie. Donnie is going to be unapologetically.
Yep.
I think too, though, like I appreciate that, but I think too, like sometimes we just kind of cast aside, like, so Roman did all this shit by himself.
All right, now here we go. Now we're gonna fight. I'll let you have your whole thing, man.
Yeah.
Move on, Donnie. You're taking too much. Can we get to the next
MoveOn.org.
Can we get to the next?
Okay, Cody, what you got?
Okay,
I guess we have to go to Helvington. But you could probably go to Helvington because we already know Cody.
Like I said, he was a good killer.
Definitely Scream 3. Nice. It's not a perfect film like 1 and 2. But because I mean, obviously, we got to thank Columbine for fucking everything up. But
100%.
I think that it's still a decent mystery. But what really sells me on it is Sydney's arc. Like, I feel like this is peak Sydney of the original trilogy. I love her growth through this. She's done running. The way she tricks Ghostface by hiding the other gun. It's your turn to scream, asshole.
Honestly, I think she looks the best in this one.
Even though she has like a wig. Like, does she? Yeah, it's a wig because she was filming this movie called Drowning Mona, and she had like blonde hair in it.
Her best looking's 5 for sure.
Like, and then when she's like, when Roman's confronting her, she's like, never met the man before. She's like, would you cut this shit? I fucking heard it before. Take some goddamn responsibility.
100% love it.
And then they just brawl. Like, I love it.
And the brawl's pretty convincing. Pretty fucking 100%.
And even though everything not involving Sydney is kind of, it's okay, but we have the amazing dynamic between Gail and Jennifer that keeps the movie going. I freaking love it.
Love it. 100%. All right, what do you got, Helmington?
All right, so I've never been a big fan of the final chapter, to be honest, and I'm a huge fan.
Holy shit! I didn't think we were all going to go straight through, but no, I dig it, man. I dig it. No, I dig it.
No,
Brandon's right too. The nightmare scene in fucking 3. I fucking hate watching that part, man.
That one made me jump for like so many viewings, even though I knew it was coming.
Yeah, I fucking hate that scene.
That scene, I think, was like on like previews of like the film.
And let's not forget her chase into Woodsboro set. Amazing.
Amazing. Yeah,
great.
I do like that.
But Scream 3, I mean, I know, Donnie, you asked for this, brother. You asked for this, all right? Because you went a little overboard, all right? I'll let you get there. You went a little overboard.
You don't get to talk. Anthony, pull up the next thing.
Whoa. This man just Kanye West, Taylor Swift here. What we doing?
Exactly what I was thinking too. It's funny you said that.
No, Scream 3. I know I'm overboard, Cody. I'm sorry. No, Scream 3. I mean, Cody, I don't think it has any problems. I really don't think it has any problems. I think that for what it could have been, people kind of get hang up on what it could have been, but for what they had to pivot midway through and deliver, I thought was one of the most meta films I've ever seen. And
for sure,
it's never really been done before, right? It's been touched, but a whole film built on a meta storyline was unheard of unless you're watching some like B movie or something.
At the time, it seemed like, oh, that's the Scream thing.
Yeah, exactly. So they kind of was like did the scary movie thing and was like, okay, we're going to make fun of ourselves, but it's actually going to be a storyline within the universe, but it's not going to be a comedy. And that's where the comedy elements come into it. So I think that altogether, it's a great film. I think that shot for shot, it's a beautiful film. Just like Cody said, even the smaller storylines were interesting enough, right? The mansions, all mansion scenes, like I love a good mansion scene, right? I love how they incorporated because you kind of get that the Vincent Price feel with these old mansion sets and that old Hollywood kind of thing, right? I know I'm making Donnie smile, I'm making him eat his own words, guys.
Same mansion that's in.
Let's not get crazy.
But no, I just said it's just going from the downstairs basement all the way to these locked doors behind locked doors behind locked doors. It was kind of like a metaphor of what we were seeing, right? Like you never know around what door what you're going to find in the Sidney Prescott, family storyline or in this mansion. So I think it was all just fucking poetic. And I think sometimes people get caught too much up in what could have been or what should have been and kind of get lost in like, hey, look what we actually got. It's a damn good film.
Yes, I will agree with that. I'm glad we got this over the original dumbass script of Stu leading a cult. Fuck off with that shit. I hated it.
Scream 7, cough off.
No.
So I have a question then. So because I mean I like I've heard it, but I don't actually know like the details. So okay, first I brought up something about Roman, and then you're gonna get mad at me. But then you just said that it was a perfect movie. But if you have a problem with him, then it wouldn't be a perfect movie. Stop it.
No, I love Roman. I love Roman.
So then when I brought that up, why are you yelling at me? But
you like Roman?
I wasn't dissing him. I was talking about how like I was saying how like he did this stuff like it's one versus always there's always multiple killers. Like
originally Angelina was gonna be his accomplice. Yeah. But they cut that part out.
So that was my second half of the question that I had. Like
I liked Roman's him being the only killer though. I thought that was good.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, and I'm saying okay, vindication. So was there going to be like a school like shooting in it originally or something, and then that's why? Because if it was just like slasher-esque without the guns and stuff, why does Columbine change the script?
Because it was like an attack on violence in the media. They blamed the media, video games, movies, whatever, on the Columbine shootings.
Yeah. No, those dudes were just insane.
No, same thing with GTA. Remember when GTA was coming out around the same time and how GTA had the lawsuit?
Yeah.
That's the same thing. Like it was like they were just looking for somebody to blame when in reality people do crazy shit.
I've beat San Andreas multiple times and I've never wanted to go steal a car or break into a military base and none of that goofy shit.
Right.
But no, okay. So I mean, I understand that, but I thought it was something like, oh, we can't do like the shooting. I thought there was like something in there because they already did, the campus thing, like with the second one. That was, I mean, I understand that was before the Columbine shit happened, but I'm saying, I just was trying to understand that aspect better.
Why am I fucking? I'm tripping on the saying. What is it? Movies don't make killers. Movies make killers more.
Movies don't create psychos. Movies make psychos more creative.
Creative, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, because the Wayans brothers, they didn't even get a final episode.
Yeah.
No, seriously, they canceled them on episode 99, so they couldn't get syndication. That really happened.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me about that. Yeah. My pick is going to be Scream 3. My bad. I didn't think it was going to roll through like that. I think we're all just like huge Scream fans, which is fine. I mean, I think Final Chapter is a great installment. I know a lot of people like Final Chapter a lot, and it's valid because it is really well done. It has a really good vibe to it for Friday. I got to go Scream 3. Roman's reveal is like literally my second favorite of the franchise. It's a great reveal. I think he's a good Ghostface, probably my second favorite Ghostface, to be honest. Like Cody said, fucking Nev is awesome in 3. I just love the Hollywood aspect and the whole meta, thing. Like I know Kevin Williamson didn't write this one though, right? It was somebody else.
Kruger.
Okay, yeah. So I think
Did he
really
write the original version before it got changed, or he just
That's
wasn't
a good question. I'm guessing Kevin Williamson did obviously.
He did, but I think he had to like step away to do like Dawson's Creek or something.
Yeah, he was doing Dawson's Creek.
Over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they end up going with the new guy's script, but then they still had Kevin Williamson like there to help out on it. Yeah, help out on it and shit. So like
Aaron Kruger did like an extended polish on it.
Yeah, it was more or less the same concept.
Cool.
And you know,
also, people who freaking complain about Gail checking Roman's pulse need to get over it. I feel like Gail's not the smartest bulb in the box.
Yeah, exactly. Her fucking heart's racing. She's not like,
And also, do you know how hard it is to actually find a pulse in your wrist? I can't find it in mine. I can find it in my neck, not so much my wrist.
Dude, I think that was such a good fucking job of like killing off that red herring and then coming back with the reveal. I don't think anybody was ready for that. And that's why I'm saying like anybody that I've ever seen like watch that movie for the first time, nobody knew that it was fucking Roman, man. Nobody. 100%. So I love that reveal. Good shit.
Yeah, even like the kind of confusion on Sydney's face, like what?
Yeah, what the hell are you?
Yeah.
And then even more when she comes to Woodsboro and 5, and she's like, "These 2 kids," and like, I had this crazy ass girl coming out shooting at her. Who the hell is this bitch?
Okay, nice. Next one. Shit. Why am I? Okay, we got to start rolling through these. All right, yeah, just so we're not too going on with these for too long. Okay. Okay, nice. I couldn't remember what it was. Okay. Is this one a breeze through or this one going to be a conversation? I think this one's going to be a conversation. Okay, we'll go with we went with Donnie. Cody, we'll go with you. You start.
Okay, I have no beef with A New Beginning. I think I love the idea of a copycat taking a known killer's identity and like kind of using that as an MO.
Wait. Jason wasn't in 5, or what do you mean? No, I'm just joking. I'm joking, Cody. Keep going.
But I forget the actor who played Jason in it, but I thought he did a great job capturing the mannerisms. I thought the body count was great. It had a diversity of characters. I hate Pam; she can get fucked. Reggie, badass little kid.
You scared of spiders? Scared of spiders on strings? You scared of rubber spiders on strings?
Yeah, I think it's a fun entry. I still don't get the hate for it. Jason is still technically in it, even though it wasn't Jason. Yeah, who cares? But The Strangers is definitely a better movie for me. Even though I prefer Prey at Night, but it's a actually intense movie. It
is 100%.
Even from the opening credits, the voiceover is chilling. Then you got the cold open that shows like the ending a little bit. And even though I don't like either of the 2 leads, I think they're both annoying little whiny little bitches. But not that I was really rooting for the killers. I felt bad for them, but they're both annoying still. But yeah, it's an intense freaking movie that I think when Brittany and I were talking about it on a stream about true stories, how it's another one that kind of changed, the culture. I'm sure people were more aware of locking their doors at night, making sure they can see who's at the door.
100%.
Yeah, I think it's because this was a solid horror movie. I still like New Beginning, but I just think The Strangers is more enjoyable.
Like it, Cody. All right, Elvington. Yep.
While I agree that The Strangers was game changing, For sure. Well, I'm not going to go as far as saying game changing, but Cody, you were on spot on when it comes to like non-horror people tuning in and then them locking their doors because they were scared. So it did what it set out to do. But you know I love a good twist. And part 5 has one of the best twists I've ever fucking seen in my life. The ending was great, the beginning was great. While people do complain about it not being Jason aspect, me personally, I like a good shakeup, right? I like Halloween Season of the Witch, right? I like a good shakeups where it's like the franchise steps away, not too far away. I'm looking at you. What is that? Jason Goes to Hell, or not? Was that the one that he comes back in like a different body or something like that?
100%.
Yeah, Jason's a worm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking, yeah.
So I don't want to go that too far, but I do think having a copycat killer, and the way that they tied it back to his son went to camp there, and it was kind of like paying homage to the original Friday the 13th, right? Instead of it being Pamela Voorhees, it was the guy who lost his son that went to camp here or whatever. So I got to go part 5.
Nice. I like it. All right, Donnie. We'll see if you and I split this up.
Yeah, actually, I don't have a horse in this race because I absolutely abhor this Friday, and I've never even seen The Strangers.
Never seen The Strangers?
Great classic movie.
Like this is the first time I ever even heard of it. Like not on too many black people
Yeah,
DVRs.
Brittany loves The Strangers. She loves The Strangers.
Yeah,
let me rephrase. Normal black people.
Oh, my bad. He said that. I say that. You watch it.
I would say some would probably say it was probably one of the better home invasion movies, probably.
Yeah.
I feel like it. Yeah. Shit, man. Was this like 2010s or something like that? Had to have been
2008.
So The Purge bit off of this?
No. I would say. Well, maybe.
I would say
The Purge had more political undertones than more so an invasion movie, first and foremost.
True.
In a way.
I feel like it's more of a When a Stranger Calls homage kind of thing, mixed with the Purge elements. Like, I guess anarchy, but it was really more so. It was what When a Stranger Calls did for this generation. I feel like.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I would just recommend, Donnie, if you watch the first one, definitely watch the second one, dude. The second one's great too.
Second one's
streaming anywhere.
Actually, probably
because I might get into that tonight.
Maybe HBO Max, maybe.
Okay, definitely got that.
Dude, it is not on anything, dude. That sucks. Actually, sometimes HBO doesn't show up all the time.
No, forget that. Hamilton, send me a link, my guy.
All right.
I know you got me.
That sells in the 17s, my brother.
Yeah, y'all gonna get busted on that shit. No, I'm just
joking.
No. If I have to be the okay, so I'm gonna go. I just would like again. I feel like most of these, except for like Candyman. Candyman was like the obvious. All my choices have kind of been by like literally like a hair. I like The Strangers, but I'm gonna roll with what Cody said. I like Pray at Night a little bit better. I know it's something different than the first one. The first one's really good. You know, Liv Tyler does.
Is that the sequel?
It is the sequel. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yep. I thought that was a whole different. Okay.
I prefer the OG though. I ain't gonna lie.
It is a great movie, man. It is like, to me, that's like okay, never mind. I don't want to give anything away to like Donnie or whatever, but like those are the type of movies where I'm like, everybody needs to know how to use a gun and a gun properly. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I swear to God. But dude, I'm gonna go with New Beginning. I'm actually watching it right now. I fucking love this movie. I feel like it is like the darkest horse of like the whole franchise. I think it's the most slept on. Maybe a lot of people would say New Blood, which whatever. I mean, I like New Blood. I just watched it before this one.
New Blood has a cult following, I'd say.
Yeah, it really fucking does, honestly. But Reggie the Reckless, I know you said you don't like Pam, dude. I know in the third act, she's just sitting there like screaming just out of nowhere for like the whole time.
Reggie!
But it's literally like she's in a tight white shirt and it's like raining and she's
crawling backwards.
That's
like 100 yards
totally
away.
That's why you liked it. That it had nothing to do with actual.
But Helvington's right though. I think the reveal is awesome. Like I think Roy being the killer is like a good little fucking reveal and shit. And I think the whole going to the barn scene again and like all that stuff. And I just like it, man. I think it's good. I think it's got a good cast of characters. I can't think of the dude's name with the chocolate
enchiladas.
Yeah, those goddamn enchiladas. Yeah, they're literally going to meet his brother like right now.
Oh, yeah, Miguel Nunez.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah,
that's the homie.
Yeah. This movie's just fun. I think it's just fun. It's got some good kills. It's got some good nudity. I think this is where it kind of started, where they were like
the belt kill around the eyes is like one of my
great.
favorite kills.
Oh man, that's fire. Yeah.
And I think they had to like tone it down even with this because isn't this the one where the MPA was like really grinding on them where they're like, yo, we have to tone this down like a little bit. But I still think the kills are really fucking good. And I like
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I was going to say as a quick sidebar with Miguel Nunez. Just excuse me. There was a whole bunch. I remember an interview with him talking about how there was everybody was like coming at him like black people, particularly on the street, whatever, coming. And it's like, oh man, you just like giving into the whole trope of black people getting killed first, and like all that kind of thing. And he was talking about how at the time to him, he never even thought about that or even cared about it. It was just like, yo, I like horror. I got to be in a horror film. I don't care what number I got killed or whether I lived or died. Whatever. The fact I got to be in this genre that I love was more paramount than, the color of my skin and the order that I died in. You know what I mean? And I thought that was pretty profound. You know what I mean? For like a genre that hasn't always loved us back.
And he went on to play the icon that was Joanna Man.
Yeah, right.
I want to get my 2 cents on black people getting killed in horror movies first, right?
Mm.
So I understand the political tone and the history, but just talking from a pure cinema standpoint, right? As a viewer, as a horror viewer, when you're sitting in the audience and you're watching a horror movie, that first kill, that sets the tone of what the movie is going to, what you're about to see.
For sure.
To me, it would be an honor because you're setting the tone. You're not probably going to remember the second or third kill or fourth kill because you're at that point you're numb to all the killing, right?
Sure.
But that first kill, you're always going to remember that first kill. So much to the point that Scream made it a running trope in their franchise. Who's going to be the first kill?
But that's where it becomes problematic, though, is when it becomes a trope that it then starts becoming noticeable. Because obviously, at first, people weren't even thinking about it. Then it started to be like, the black people always dying first. Like, what's up with that kind of thing? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no. If you look at it as a society standpoint, it's fucked up, right? No, that's mad fucked up. But as an audience standpoint, I find it as an honor to be the first kill. Like, if somebody came to me and was like, "Hey, yo, Day, I want you to be in my horror movie," I mean, look. I'm either going to be the final guy or I'm going to be the first kill. Pick your fucking poison. You know what I'm saying? Those are the two honorary things to be in a horror movie.
And I think that's kind of what Miguel was kind of getting at. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah. So I understand like both sides of it. Yeah, but I'm saying before we got to a Candyman and a Get Out and like all that kind of stuff, I could understand why black people might look at it with their nose kind of turned up like, this is
what
bullshit.
Y'all doing here? This bullshit. You know?
Yeah, real talk.
Yeah.
So we were watching part 2 earlier, and they were getting to the part where the dude's truck was getting fucking towed away, like right at the beginning. And Fred comes up, and he's like, "You're all fucking doomed," and all this shit. Literally, my thought process was like, dude. Literally, even just being a side character in this franchise in one of these movies, like you're forever living on as like a character that
forever ingrained. Yeah,
you don't even have to work sometimes.
Yeah,
shout out Nunez. Nunez, he's always at horror conventions, and it's because of this film. You know what I'm saying?
Leprechaun 4.
Yeah, like I think Tony Todd was a big pusher in that. Like, although like Donnie said, he does understand, and people understand the societal things of it. That's why films like the original Night of the Living Dead is so important, right? That's why films like the original Candyman is so important, so you can have these figures. But at the same time, if you look at it as a fan of cinema, right? all the Ken Voorhees, the guy from Get Out, the best friend from Get Out, right? These side characters who aren't main characters. Yeah, like they go
Loretta Devine. Oh yeah,
Loretta Devine, all
Yeah.
these people who go on to horror who might not be the main character or they might be killed in a movie. Their legacy is stamped in our hearts as horror fans. That legacy is there in our hearts forever.
And you see it as it excuse me, as it continues, because like like you said, even if you saw them get killed in whatever movie, you might see them pop up in something else and still immediately connect it to that. Oh, I know dude because he was in,
Exactly.
you know what I mean? Like y'all remember he had this cameo in Scooby Doo. Purple is a fall color. It's the middle of May. Like
Oh, dude, yeah, I do
you
remember
know, he
that.
was just talking about that today.
it's like
And
what
it's
did
like
he
it's
say?
a link, and I think it's great because it's a link to more black cinema. Literally, it is that link. Like if you see a Loretta
It
Davis,
makes you want to go look up
exactly.
more. Yes.
So it's like, yes, we have to kind of play the system a little bit, Donnie. They're going to use this as a first kill, but we can make that into you can now go
But
look and see more black cinema.
so, like, case in point, real quick, and then Anthony, we can move forward.
No,
I
you
just
guys
want,
totally fine. You guys are
I just
fine.
want to say real quick, like, to that exact point, what you're saying, Helvington, like the other thing I could use to like as an example to juxtapose that is Allen Iverson is my all-time favorite basketball player, right? And at the time, he was just looked though. He's, it's hip hop and he's a thug because he had earrings and cornrows and tattoos and, wore a lot of jewelry and stuff like that. And Michael Jordan was the polar opposite. You know what I mean? Didn't have anything like that, right? And I think what happened was like with Iverson, he was saying how like today you like most of the NBA players have tattoos, cornrows, wear a sleeve. They look like he does. But at the time, that was like a big no-no. But what he was saying was, I took the ass whooping so these dudes today can be themselves. So if we had to take that as the stepping stone to get to more black horror as the main characters, the whole cast, whatever, then like, okay, I'm cool. But if we were still doing that same shit today that we were doing in the 60s, you know what I mean? Then that's where the problem starts.
Right.
Valid. I totally agree, Donnie. Okay, so we're on 6 now. I think this one might be kind of easy. Well, I know where Donnie's gonna go, but all right. Who are we to? Were we to Helvington? I think to Helvington. I think.
Okay.
All right, we got Jason Lives against Child Play 3.
Oh man. Okay, don't hate me, Donnie. Okay. You're gonna hate me on this one. I think
Wait, let me turn my volume up. Hold on.
okay, my fault. I think that Child's Play 3 is one of the weaker ones in the franchise.
Thank you. Oh my God.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I was gonna say Donnie. Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were. Yeah. Okay. My fault. I do enjoy 2. Right, 2 is one of my favorites. OG is obviously OG, but Jason Lives. That was basically the revive to the franchise. Right, from the opening scene with the lightning bolt and Jason coming out of the grave. It was just iconic, and then following the story between him and what was the final guy's name in that one? I forgot.
Well, it's Tommy Jarvis.
Tommy Jarvis. Yeah, Tommy. Following Tommy Jarvis's storyline with Jason, I would just thought it was so interesting. Definitely probably going to do a video on Tommy Jarvis here soon on like underrated final guys for sure.
Oh, dude, he's like top 5 for sure.
Dude,
well, I mean, depending on which one. I think is it? It's just Tom Matthew, right?
Yeah, but I'm going just as a character though. I'm going as just character.
Gotcha.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because I have a question. That wasn't what is his name? The original guy that played Andy. What was his name? I forgot. I actually met the guy.
Vincent.
Yeah,
Alex Vincent. Yeah.
That wasn't him when he went to middle school, right?
Right.
No,
yeah. In the military school. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that's why kind of Jazzy's. That's the only thing that holds me back from that character is the uncontinuity. But Tommy Jarvis in this one was just fucking amazing. I did like the final girl. I like the rebelliousness in the final
Megan,
girl.
she was good, man. She was hot too. Yeah,
Yeah,
she had
like
a dope card too. That
yeah, like
Camaro.
yeah, and she was just like so against like what her father was saying, and the father was kind of a cool cop. You know what I'm saying? For like, I thought he was a really cool cop. He wasn't like a dickhead cop. So I enjoyed the storyline, and for that, but man, I ain't gonna lie, Child's Play 3 does have some really fucking cool kills, and practical effects too. So I'm gonna go Jason Lives.
Nice. All right, Donnie.
I'm gonna go because I don't personally like the Child's Play 3 thing. My bad. I think that I probably had to go with Friday. I like the Friday thing better, but the one thing about it that I say I do dislike is I'm the whole he was, I guess, normal, if that's what you want to say, and
Yep.
then boom, this obviously turns him supernatural. He gets hit with the lightning and all that stuff, and then
Frankenstein.
you know what I mean. So yeah, basically Frankenstein's monster from that point on. I'm not a monumental fan of that, but I mean, don't get me wrong. I like seeing Chucky get his shit splattered all over the place at the end of Child's Play 3, and him like changing the I think they was it paintballs, changing them to
Yeah, pretty much
to,
like
to live ammunition. Like,
yeah.
That
This will slow the punks down. Yeah.
like definitely, I thought that was cool. I mean, I guess I could, be biased, like, oh, they shot that here where I'm at, but I don't know. I never really cared for that one. Never liked it like I do that second one. I think that second one's fire. So I'm gonna go Jason with the spear and
Nice.
getting electrocuted.
He's got the utility belt and everything. All right, Cody.
Definitely Jason Lives for me. It's one of my top favorites of the franchise.
100%.
One of my favorite Jasons. Brutal with his kills, like smashing that girl's face through the wall in the camper. Yeah. And then just that huge action stunt work with flipping the camper and all that. That scene twists and tears Cece's head off. And then we don't see her like act the one girl, but we just see the whole thing is a bloody ass mess. I agree on Tommy. He's like at his best in this one. There's a lot of tongue in cheek jokes, like the girl's trying to pay Jason off so he doesn't kill her. You see the American car floating in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think the showdown at the camp is awesome. And that's another thing, too. I love that the camp is actually open in this one.
Yep, 100%.
So there's, like, kids involved.
Yep.
Child's Play 3, it's my favorite of the franchise. I just think it's super boring. I don't like that Alex Vincent wasn't involved. Obviously, Brett Dorff does this thing. That's all cool. But it's just, I feel like it's just lacking in what I love in a Child's Play movie.
Facts.
Love it. Dude, hands down, Jason Lives is a top 3 Friday for me. Actually, might be my number 2. Actually, number 2.
Wait, what's number 1? 2009?
Number 1 is remake. What's up, Donnie?
No, I just wanted to ask. So why is Alex Vincent not in 3? Like, what happened?
That's a good question. I'm not for sure. Maybe
like an age timing thing. Like Alex just wasn't old enough, and they wanted to change it up a bit so he wasn't a kid anymore.
No, that's exactly what it was. Yeah, what am I talking about? Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Yeah, he wasn't old enough at the time.
He wouldn't have been old enough to. Got you. Okay.
Yep.
And they were trying to just like get it was more paramount to get the movie out than to let him age.
100%.
Gotcha.
Because I'll be honest. I mean, Alex Vincent's okay. I mean, don't let Jazzy hear me say this, but he's replaceable,
So Jason Lives, probably the second favorite of the franchise. Child's Play 3 is probably the second favorite of that franchise. And I'm going to go with Child's Play 3. Dude, I have too much history with this movie. I'm telling you guys, we used to fucking watch these movies on fucking repeat, dude. The one-liners in this movie, Brad Dorff's at his best. What does he say? He says, oh, shit, now I'm going to fuck up. He's like, he doesn't say bang. He says, what does he say, Cody? He's
I
like,
don't remember. I've only seen this movie like 2 or 3 times.
when he's getting his hair cut, and he's like,
That
Yeah.
was
I
too
know what
many
you're saying.
times.
yeah, I can't remember what he says.
And presto, you're dead.
Presto, you dead. And then he's
Yeah,
like,
that one, yeah.
when he pops out of the fucking box at Tyler, he's like, who the fuck
Who the fuck are you?
And he's all like, whoa, I thought you guys only said 3 sentences. He's like, I'm new.
I'm new and improved.
Yeah. Dude, I fucking love Brad Dourif in this one. Dude, and the animatronics are so good in this one, dude. You know, when they go to the fucking fair shit at the end of the third act, so much fun. He gets his fucking face halfway sliced off. And dude, I love it, man. I love Child's Play 3. It's some of my favorite shit, man. Red team, come in, red team. Like, dude, it's just so much fun, dude. I love this shit, dude. And dude, it just shows that like Child's Play and like that franchise has a little bit more pull, like just in my, taste of horror than dude. Jason Lives is a fucking excellent film, dude. I love it. It's like so fucking good, man. Like what Cody was saying, the whole RV scene and just everything. It's like some of the best kills. CJ Graham does a great job. It's probably his best look and everything except for
Alice Cooper song. Iconic.
100%. Yeah, the Alice Cooper song is fucking way iconic. Dude, Child's Play 3 just has a special place in my heart, dude. It's so much. I just love it, man. I love it. This is my rifle. This is my. I'm just joking. But yeah, dude, and just like, oh man, I just love that movie, man. It's great. It's easily one of my favorite sequels of all time. No question. All right, on to the next one. We got to fucking push a little bit here. Well, we're on 7. It's all right. Okay, so this one's a little bit different. It's a little bit, we're gonna get in. We're gonna get into some Friday versus Halloween's a little bit, but I thought this was an okay matchup. You got your telekinesis kind of with like your.
What's this one? Wait, the New Blood. Okay, I'm sorry.
New Blood. You got New Blood.
I didn't see that up there.
You got New Blood against Halloween 3. I think it's back up to Cody. Yeah, it's back up to Cody now. Yep.
Definitely New Blood for me. This is such an enjoyable movie. Another one with like, I guess you could say they're more stereotypical characters, so it's kind of fun watching them get got. Even though I think the nerdy girl deserved better, I felt so for her. The one who like did herself up and then
did herself all up. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I loved the final girl here. Yeah, sure, she has telekinesis to her advantage, but it's a good like little supernatural thing going on. I think the main guy, he's whatever, but I liked it was trying enough, even though allegedly they didn't get along behind the scenes.
Oh, I think I remember you saying that. Yeah.
Yeah, Halloween 3, I think it's an enjoyable. It has a lot of what's what I'm thinking of. It has certain it had certain plot holes that I'm like, okay, well, like how the girls then being a cyborg nowhere. I feel like that just there's a lot of stuff that was thrown into it, didn't have much explanation, which I'm usually found with no explanation. But there's so much in here. It's like, okay, I need answers for something. But, it does have iconic moments. The kid getting killed wearing the mask and all the bugs out of his head. And then Tom actually stealing into the phone at the end. So great. But yeah, 100%. Definitely New Blood for me.
Nice. I'm interested to see what Helvington will say, honestly.
So with Halloween Season of the Witch, obviously iconic film, right? For everything, Cody said the iconic song, the shot with the kids. But yeah, love that.
But you're gonna go with Kane Hodder's debut.
But surprisingly, this is how I want to explain it. New Blood to me is Halloween 6. That is what New Blood is.
Oh, dude, that's a perfect comparison. Amen, dude.
It's something that if you're looking at like storyline wise, it's like, oh, what are we doing here? It's so far from what we were doing. But to me, it works, right? It's cheesy, it's quirky, it's funny. We got telekinesis, we got the dad storyline with the daughter but then it turns out to be a whole something else, and then the guy next door instead of the girl next door, it's the guy next door, right? And she falls in love with the guy next door who doesn't see her as a freak. So again, I really like to look at movies and see what the underlining tones are. And if you watch Friday the 13th, The New Blood, the underlining tones there is enough to make a good movie. It really is. And to Cody's point, Halloween 3, while it was a really iconic and good movie, it just left you with questions like, okay, where are we going from here? Is this how it ended? And unlike, now back in 80, whatever it was, they didn't have the internet to go answer the questions, right? So they were just for the next 30 years, they have no idea what the fuck Halloween 3 Season of the Witch was about. With The New Blood, you literally got what you expected, and you got Kane Hodder's debut, and you got that iconic shot of Jason with his mask off. Literally gave me fucking nightmares.
Nice, yeah.
And you got two of the most satisfying kills of the franchise because of two horrible people, Melissa and the doctor.
Yes.
Oh, 100%.
Yes.
100%.
Oh, when the doctor puts the mom in front of Jason, oh my God, I was pissed.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Piece of shit.
But 100%. It was just again, that film is just underrated. It really does. It really is.
I can see why it has a cult following. No doubt.
Yeah.
All right, Donnie, what you got?
Excuse me. So I definitely feel the whole, like, there's plot holes or just kind of stuff that you, like you say, you couldn't just run to the internet and get answers for this because you're like what, like, we're doing something so different, but you didn't tell us what this kind of is leaning towards. So what the hell am I supposed to be thinking here? Yeah. And like I told y'all before, the first time I sat down and watched all of them, they had them all on, like, what is it, AMC or something?
Something like that. Yeah, I think.
And they had all of them on, and I remember I was like, when I got to this one, they were showing them in chronological order. And so Halloween 3 come up, and my friend Sam was the one who put me on game. And I'm like, dude, I'm like 45, 50 minutes in. And I texted him, and don't get me wrong, there's some slow burns. You don't see Candyman until about 46 minutes in.
At least you see him.
Yeah, right. Yeah, oh God, right. So I'm sitting there. I text my homeboy Sam. I'm like, okay, look, you told me to watch this bullshit. Like, where's Mike? I'm an hour in and I ain't seen him yet. He gonna text me that. Oh, Michael ain't in that one.
Michael's on the TV in the background.
Yeah, he is.
No, I know. I peeped it. But I just remember being like, what is this? But the whole, I understand what you were saying about the like the New Blood thing, and I agree. I think that I'm gonna pick that because you were talking about the supernatural element, and obviously it starts getting a little far fetched toward the end. But
yeah, but you're like you're 7 movies in. With Halloween 3, you had a good first 2, and then like you said, this out of nowhere. It was too soon. It was too soon.
I think too, it's not really. I don't know what it was like at that time, but even if you're just showing it to somebody who never seen it before, not springing on them. They were going for an anthology thing, so this is unrelated and all that kind of stuff is completely insane. You know what I'm saying? Like to what I mean? To not, and I don't know how they marketed that.
Knowing what it fucking meant.
If they had the internet back then and they knew that was what they wanted to do with the franchise, I feel like back then it maybe would have been better received. Yeah, but for them to just suddenly throw a non-Michael Halloween movie at them, not knowing that they wanted to make it an anthology, it's understandable why people were against it at the time.
Yeah, and even to today, right? I still, like me and Donnie to today, we're just. It's just in the word of Randy Jackson, man. It's a no for me, dog.
It's a no for me, dog. Yeah.
You're not gonna get Randy Jackson's autograph on a samurai sword.
I dare you. If you ever meet Randy, you gotta have a copy of Halloween 3 in your hand and have him sign it. It's a no for me, dog.
Yeah. Oh God! Like, bro, he'd be like, "Why?" Just no questions, Randy. Just sign it.
Yeah, y'all remember when he hit Stewie with that? It's a no for me, dog. Yeah. Stewie was like, he was walking off crying. He was like, they don't know what they talking about. I'm gonna make it to Hollywood. Like, it had me cracking up.
He crashed out.
Okay, so dude, love Kane Hodder's debut. Fucking love it. I think one of the coolest scenes in the movie is when she takes the fucking telephone line into the puddle and electrocutes him. I fucking
Yeah.
love that scene in that movie. It's fucking awesome. The fucking axe to the face and he throws her across the room and she like fucking just bounces off the wall. I can't think of Cody, whatever her name was, the chick that was
Melissa.
a bitch in the movie. Yeah. Great stuff, dude. When we were watching earlier, when she lights him on fire, and I think Kane ended up getting hurt by that scene or something. But dude, that scene is epic. It looks so fucking good, man. Yeah, so fucking good. I'm sorry, it's gonna be a yes for me, dog. So I'm gonna agree with Dace. And dude, okay, now if you guys think about this, man, H3 is so good because, dude, honestly, it's kind of John Carpenter saying F you to the production company that was like, yo, you got to make another sequel. You got to make another film. And he's like, all right, I'm going to make my anthology film that I wanted to do before this last sequel, even though I love Halloween 2. And he could say he wrote it on a 12-pack of beer or whatever. I don't give a fuck. I loved it anyways. Dude, Halloween 3 is so fucking great, man. Like, it honestly,
it's a yes for me, dog.
It's a yes for me, dog. Dude, there's a scene in a fucking drive-through. They're walking into the fucking drive-through, and he's like, "Yo, where my fries at, dog?" It's fucking hilarious. You guys should watch that movie. It's great shit. Anyways, okay, so H3, man, I feel like I'm yelling. My bad. H3, I think it's really.
I say that a lot.
I think it's a really cool concept. I think the idea, Colonel Cochran and like all that and Silver Shamrock, I love it. It's so just out there and shit. And I love the masks. They're so fucking iconic, man. And I like Dr. Chalice. Obviously, he's a doctor. To me, he kind of plays the detective. I know he's probably sleeping with an underage girl, piece of shit. But like, I just like it. It's so just like out there. And to me, it has a cool fucking Halloween vibe to it. I know it's something. Oh, what's up?
No, I was gonna say his name is Dr. Chalice and he's a doctor. Fucking ingenious.
Yeah. So, but to me, he's kind of like a detective a little bit. Like how he tries to infiltrate the factory and all that shit and kind of like, and so Cody, I think what happens she was obviously real, and then they fucking probably killed her off and then made her an android, right? Or made a replica android of her, right? Or what do we think?
I would guess that, it just felt out of nowhere at the same time. Like,
dude, I thought it was kind of cool. I mean, they're like getting away and then she's like choking him and he's like, what the, like, I don't know. I think it's just like, to me, it's
I saw it happen and I thought of Austin Powers, the spy who shagged me when he finds out it was a Sherlock.
We knew Vanessa was a fembot the whole time. Like
he's like, they got machine gun jumblers, or whatever.
Some machine gun jumblers. How did I make those, baby?
How did I miss those? Yeah,
dude, those movies are so great, man.
Dog, when he was choking on the pawn, that shit always like was it a pawn or was it a rook? He had one of those chess pieces.
It was a pawn. Yeah, it was a pawn.
And he was trying to be all sexy, and he started choking. That shit always makes me. And he spit that shit out across the room, and it like broke a vase.
It was a vase. Yeah, it was good stuff.
I've on
a hump a lot. Yeah, great fucking movies. But again, I just got to go with H3 just to wrap it up. And dude, on one of these streams, maybe we'll wait till Halloween. Probably gonna get Dace on here. I already talked to her about it. Dude, we literally were sitting around the last week I had off and we came up with a fucking monsterly good concept for what Halloween Ends should have been. I think it's fucking great. I think if we would have fucking sent it into the fucking company, they would have been like, dude, this is better than what we got. I'm telling you.
It has to deal with the mask being revealed to be a silver shamrock. I heard that was allegedly what they were gonna do, but they said most fans wouldn't get it. Or like it.
Fuck the fans that wouldn't get it. Then that means they weren't true fans. That's all I gotta say. No, I'm just joking. but I'm telling you right now, we do have a little bit of that in there. Trust me, it is a little bit. All I'm saying is like people that hate on H3, and you guys, I'm not trying to wreck on you guys. I get it. We all want Michael. Like that's why we watch the Halloween films. Like I get it. I know he's not in there, but I would take H3 and not having Michael over Halloween Ends, where Michael's getting beat up by a kid that's getting beat up by band geeks and shit. And I'm like, dude, what the hell's happening? Like. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry.
He straight gave him the Batista spine buster in the fucking
the same thing, right?
sewer.
And like, to me, it's the same thing, and then we can move on. It's like, okay, H3, right? Put yourself back in the shoes of somebody that was in that time.
100%. Yeah.
That is exactly how we felt with Halloween Ends, because the fans of Halloween 78 and Halloween 2, they're like, oh, Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, this looks cool. Oh, do we have a new mask on this? Look at the photo, just looking at the poster, right?
Yeah.
Oh, do we have a new mask on coming in for Michael? Is he going to have a helper? Is there what's the story? We have Halloween Season of the Witch. Is there going to be witches involved, right? And then you get this, and it's like
it's a Thor cult, dude.
So it's like, for me, it's like, I get what you said with John Carpenter, but this is why I always, look at John Carpenter another light. It could be a middle finger to, yes, you're saying fuck you to the production company, but it's also you're saying fuck you to the fans, because the fans were expecting something that they have been getting for the past 4 or 5 years, and now you give us something that we didn't want. Same thing with Halloween Ends,
I think Carpenter,
we're gonna do what we want to, not
exactly.
what y'all want.
I think Carpenter just wanted people to appreciate his original idea with Michael and Halloween as more so just the idea and the originality of the movie overall than just like, we just want Michael. You know what I mean? Like, I think he just wanted
David
more
Gordon Green. Okay, David Gordon Green. I mean, I'm not hearing any difference. I'm truly not hearing any difference.
But that happens a lot. Like,
it does happen a lot.
When 100%. you build something and then people get used to that, it's just hard to, as humans, we hate change. You know how that is. And
Cody, do you see any difference between John Carpenter and David Gordon Green when it comes to Halloween Ends and Halloween Season of the Witch?
Between Halloween Ends and Season of the Witch?
As far as what they gave to the fans and what they were giving to them beforehand.
I mean, in some ways, yes, some ways, no. Like, I feel like, I mean, honestly, I can't even blame John Carpenter for how Halloween Ends turned out, as that more so David Gordon Green.
Right.
That's what you meant?
I was more so of like, okay,
he's talking more like the disappointment factor, I guess. That
or they wanted to try. So it was more of they wanted to try something different when the audience.
Well, I mean, here's the thing: they promoted Halloween Ends as like this big fight between Laurie and Michael. None of this stuff with Corey and whatever. They made it look like Michael was doing the killing the whole time.
How did they promote Season of the Witch? I can't remember. I think there was a TV.
Whereas all the trailers for Halloween 3, I think, might have been pretty evident that Michael wasn't going to be in it. So at least they were honest with what Halloween 3 was going to be.
Fair enough.
I think we all had like the Stifler reaction. What the fuck is this? I'm pretty sure like that's just what it was. Like,
I love Stifler.
Yeah, that's Anthony's alter ego.
Dude, I love those movies, man. Those are easily probably one of the better comedy franchises of all time.
Oh my god.
Okay, next one. This I don't really know how this one's gonna go. I don't know if this is evenly matched up or not. It might be a little bit. I think it's pretty balanced, to be honest. Okay, so we got Hellbound against Manhattan. We just did Cody, so Hellington, we'll start with you. I'd be interested. See what you say.
Okay, this is a landslide. Going Hellraiser 2 easily.
Okay.
Chasing Takes Manhattan, it's a really solid film, right? It's again, you know what you're getting with it, right? It's campy, it's Manhattan, but they didn't have enough shots of Manhattan for me that it almost felt like you're watching one of those old-timey films and it's on a film kind of thing. And you're just
Screen 6.
Like you're watching going from scene to scene to scene, and it's almost like it's all taking place in the same direction. Almost like when you're playing Mario, right? Or you're playing Sonic. You're just going ahead, right?
Side scrolling,
exactly. And Friday the 13th, Manhattan felt like a side scroller. You start in the boat, you get off the boat, you go into the alley, you hit Town Square, you go back to the alley, kind of thing, right? With Hellraiser Part 2, it was a sequel that, okay, you introduced us to Pinhead and the at that time, call it what you want, but you introduced it to the storyline, and then Hellraiser Part 2, you just fucking go balls to the wall into this fucking story. And I thought the fucking kills in that motherfucking, the torture scenes were like, we're talking
insane.
This guy insane.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Terrifier was like, it is what it is. But for Hellraiser 2 at that time period,
which is what 80.
Oh,
Like 88?
this was 88. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah. Only reason I know that is because Cody recently just fucking did a video on this. So shout out Cody for putting me onto this fucking video. But yeah, by a landslide, Hellraiser.
Okay. Nice. What do you got, Donnie?
So actually, for the reasons that Helvington laid out, I'm gonna go with Friday.
Ooh.
It's not that I don't like Pinhead, because I definitely do. I feel like he's one of the ones, like, he's underrated, or he gets lost in the shuffle. Let's say.
100%.
But I do like I guess, like you said, the campiness of it. I mean, and you guys know how I feel. Killing somebody with a flying V guitar
100%.
may or may not be on my bucket list. So I mean, like, and I have one too. So I'm just saying, don't try it. But I mean, I understand. I do feel you, Helmut. Like, it's not enough New York, to really say, oh, we're here in New York. Like, but I do enjoy the dudes talking shit to him, and he lifts his mask up, and they like, never mind, bro, you got it. Like, you know what I mean?
Love it.
I love, I like him seeing himself on the billboard and then just kind of looking at the camera like, y'all see that shit? Like, kind of thing. Like, I like that. And again, though, that's not that I dislike Hellraiser. I think I'm more familiar with that Friday than with that Hellraiser. Not that I haven't seen it, but not as much as I've seen Friday.
Totally valid, dude. Yep. Sometimes it's just how it kind of is.
And he knocked Buddy's shit off in one punch too.
One punch. Cody, I feel like you don't like either of these movies, so I'm interested what you're gonna pick.
I've said it before. Jason Takes Manhattan is definitely in the bottom, at the very bottom, but lower portion of the franchise for me. Honestly, I'm gonna choose Takes Manhattan over Hellbound, Hellraiser 2, because I'm just not a huge fan of that franchise.
Nice.
It's not bad. It's just not my bag. Whereas at least I feel like Manhattan is just a little bit watchable for me.
Nice. Totally valid.
Fair enough.
Not my bag, baby. Yeah, it was awesome time.
Run away, Mr. Powers, fly. And he walked out the cell and he was like, I got it. I'll get it. Like, and he closed the door.
Honestly, it's not mine.
Honestly, who throws the cupcake?
Who throws a shoe?
Who throws his shoe?
Yeah. Okay, so I absolutely love Manhattan. It's like easily one of my favorite guilty pleasures. Like, we're talking Manhattan is like in the top 4, probably.
Whoa.
Top 4. Like, I might even say top 3. I'm not even joking, man. I have so much nostalgia for that movie.
That's insane.
Just like Donnie said, though, it's got some really good scenes in it, man, that are like super iconic, and like I feel like kind of people kind of forget how like kind of iconic they are and shit like that. And it has a really good song that starts out. How's that song?
Fire soundtrack.
How's that song go? Something in the night. I can't remember. Fuck. Anyways,
is this 88?
89. Yep,
okay.
89. Hellbound, though, what Helvington was saying, I think it's just a better film. It's way more like artsy fartsy, but done in a really good way. The mattress scene, I think, is like one of the most brutal scenes in all of horror. It is
100%
tough to fucking watch. And then for her to come out of the mattress, super good practicals, like just everything about it. Like the first 2 films, I feel like capture Hellraiser's vibe just the best, and I think 2 does a really good job. Like when they go into hell and all that shit with the labyrinth and all that shit, it's just, man, I think it's pretty cool. Could it have been rushed? Maybe, possibly. But I still thought it was fun. I think Kirsty's good in it. I know they were kind of going for the whole Patricia Arquette kind of look-alike chick. You know what I mean? From like.
I thought it was good. I thought.
Yeah, I mean, I thought she was good. Like, what does she specialize in? She solves puzzles. No, but I mean, dude, I like it. Hellbound's good. I know they kill off fucking Doug Bradley way too early. Like Shenard's like way too overpowered. But I think, like, again, I've explained why that whole thing happens and shit, so we don't got to go into it. But I just like Hellbound just a little bit more. I think it's just a better film. Nice. Okay, I think we can all agree on this one. Maybe we'll just fucking breeze through this one. Are we all picking Wrong Turn, or which
Yes.
one?
Yeah.
What are we picking? Wrong Turn.
Oh yeah. Come on,
Yeah,
man.
you can just skip that one. Wrong.
I
Turn,
know.
wrong.
I don't know if Dom is still watching. Dom, it's all good, man. I
all good,
actually
bro.
don't mind. Jason Goes to Hell. I'll watch it, dude. Like it's not terrible, but
The only thing I can give Jason Goes to Hell.
Oh,
is
no,
the tent,
I was-
the tent scene, and then the last shot with Freddy pulling Jason's mask.
100%.
I'll take that. I'll take
yeah,
that.
100%. Yeah, I
So-
like that part. And I do kind of like the beginning when he gets shot by like all the FBI.
I like
and all,
that
like,
part.
yeah, I like that
Okay.
part too.
And I did laugh when he punches the chick in the face and her mouth is just sucked in.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a good one. That was
Yeah.
good.
Two things. One, what year is this one? Is
Fucking
Ugh, Goes to Hell is like 90, what?
90, 91.
93, 92.
93? Yeah, maybe that
Definitely.
sounds right.
definitely not the Final Friday, but the claw and the super fire. But so this is what the callback, because I didn't see this for like a long time, and then I understood why. But it's a callback to this in Freddy vs. Jason, right? When like Freddy is like the worm thing that goes into Buddy.
Yeah,
I could see that.
I can
What's
see
that?
that.
What's
Dude,
what's Buddy's name? Like definitely the stoner dude. He had the
Freebird?
Freebird, yeah.
Freebird, yeah.
Like so the thing that the worm thing that he was in this, like it's a callback to this, but in Freddy
He
vs. Jason.
he was a worm in part 3, wasn't he? For a second, when he was,
technically he was when
Yeah.
he's trying to devour Patricia Arquette or whatever.
Yeah.
Word.
yeah.
Let me handle this bitch.
Let me handle
Yeah.
that. Like,
No, that
yo,
part was so fucking crazy.
he threw some sauce on it too. Let me handle this bitch. Like, I mean,
Yeah. Dude, but Wrong Turn is fucking great. We literally just rewatched this fucking movie, dude. Elijah Dushku, dude, she's fucking awesome in this movie. Yeah,
Jeez.
yeah.
I do
she's
think
fucking-
she needs to
Oh,
do,
we talking about women being hot now.
but she does
Yeah.
get her share in the cabin, but I think she needed a lot more to do. Because
Yeah.
this is Eliza does.
Oh, dude.
She shouldn't be a damsel in distress.
What the fuck does that guy say? He's like, just die. Shoots the fucking,
Come on,
fucking
motherfuckers.
gas. Yeah,
Just die.
Just die. Fucking shoots the
This
fucking gas
again,
can.
this is
Love
why
it.
I know Cody loves Aaron from Your Next, but like films like this, it's like this is where it all started. You know what I'm saying? These types of final girls, like
Honestly,
Girls in the tank tops.
well, yeah.
Dude, we all know it all started with J Love. Come on now, we all know. 100%. Okay, I almost thought I didn't have it in here, but this would be a good one. Do you guys think we should just finish up the Fridays? And how about we go till 9:00? We'll go till
Yeah,
9
sounds
o'clock. Okay, sounds good. So now we got. I'll be
Wrong
interested to
Turn.
see what Cody said.
Yeah, a Wrong Turn being especially.
So I thought this was like kind of even. So like I know it's another Halloween one, but like I think it's a little more even. Okay, I think it's Donnie. I think we're on Donnie first. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Man, I like both of these. The liquid nitrogen, John. Like,
This
I like
sounds-
it.
Boo Buster.
Not like that. I like.
Yeah.
This. Okay, I'm tripping. This. I'm bugging until you said the Busta Rhymes thing because I can't really like make out the
Oh, yeah, this
faces
is
on the
Oh
blade.
my bad. Yeah, this is Resurrection, dude. Yep. Sorry.
Got you. Okay. That said, I still think I'm gonna pick that one though. Like,
No, that's valid. Nice.
I mean, like, that shit really was. It just, I guess, for whatever reason, it just didn't catch on at that time. But this shit was ahead of its time. The whole
It
live
was.
streaming
Amen.
and like he's talking to her in that moment, like like he's still alive, and like, but you feel the suspense too because you're like POV of the text.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%.
And then they just like turn around, and then he's standing there, and then. You know what? Probably one of my, if I was picking moments, definitely in my top 3 favorite Halloween moments of Busta Rhymes. What the fuck you doing walking around here dressed like me for?
Yeah.
Like, and then the shit that got me too is that because like Michael could have just fucked him up right there. Though he's like get the fuck out of here. What are you doing?
Just kept walking.
He just hit him with
You're
the,
not Michael Myers. I'm Michael Myers. Get the fuck out of Dodge.
He's like, skedaddle. Yeah.
And it's the way that he just hit him with the. Me and my cousin call it the
tapping him in the head with his fingers.
Yeah.
Right on the and you know, and me and my cousin call it the fuck what you talking about when somebody's talking to you, you just hit them with the and like just walk off like, and that's basically what he did. So yeah, I'm gonna go Resurrection.
Nice. I like it. All right, Cody, what you got? I think this one's okay. Yeah.
I enjoy the shit out of both of these.
Nice.
I could go on about why people are wrong in ways about Resurrection, apart from how dirty they did Laurie and retconning that perfect ass ending of H2O, but that's a different story.
I agree.
Jason X is a amazing, fun ass movie. Top 3 Friday movies for me.
Nice.
Uber Jason is badass. I remember in the trailer they had "Let the Bodies Hit the Floor" playing.
Yep,
that was perfection. I think like they knew what kind of movie they were making with Jason X, and people just didn't appreciate that it was supposed to be like serious. Whereas I think with Resurrection, they were trying to play it seriously.
A little bit more, for sure.
So I enjoyed both, but yeah, Jason X is just a perfectly fun, campy, cheesy movie, and yeah, I just love it.
You said serious and Halloween Resurrection in the same sentence?
I think they were going for.
Yeah, I think they were going for. I see what you're saying. Yeah, 100%.
Hey, we just talked about it.
Yeah.
Like,
all right, Helvington, what you got, dude?
Oh man, so like Donnie said, if released today, like it's ahead of its time. Halloween Resurrection by a landslide. I do like Jason X, but apart from the kills in Jason X, I feel like the story was kind of lackluster. Like literally the weakest, final girl in horror history, in my opinion.
Hell no.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's cool. Her ending.
She
cool.
came up on that shit, bossing people around to say, "You're gonna fucking listen to me, bitch."
Yeah, but it was like to me. Okay, she's not the weakest, but she's up.
That
there
would be Pam. As long as she's not as long as you put her above Pam.
Okay, fair enough. I don't want Cody Cooper, so I'll put her above. But as far as from the kills, but Halloween Resurrection, I thought was a really good film. I didn't enjoy. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't enjoy Busta. I enjoyed some parts, like that part that Donnie just talked about. Right, I enjoyed that part, but kind of it was kind of the Corey Cunningham effect, right? You're boosting one character and you're kind of diminishing the essence of who Michael Myers is for the case of Busta Rhymes, right?
And real quick, just to that point, it's the law of diminishing returns. The more and more you keep doing it, the less and less people gonna keep getting excited about coming back to see the same thing.
Exactly. And
they made it seem like Laurie was going to be in it way longer than just like the opening.
Yeah, and that's another thing, right? So, while it was a breath of fresh air from H2O, I got to go Halloween Resurrection.
Does anybody know why he didn't kill the dude at the beginning at the asylum? Like, is there a reason?
Probably to pin Laurie's murder on.
Ooh, I like that. Nice.
I don't think
because the guy was obsessed with serial killers, so it would make sense that he would probably kill someone who survived a serial killer.
Yeah, I don't know if he that smart now. I mean, all right, Cody.
Donnie.
That's just the only excuse I got.
Donnie. Michael Myers isn't some soundbite. He's a killer shark in overalls.
Baggy ass overalls.
Yeah, baggy ass overalls. No, he probably just looked at that. He probably looked at the guy as not a threat. I don't know, or some I don't know.
Over there, Mikey. Like some chicken fried, motherfucker.
There was plenty of people that weren't threats, and he got busy with them too. So
trick or treat, motherfucker. Dude. Okay, so my pick is obviously going to be Halloween Resurrection. I'm sorry, Cody. I love Jason X. I know it was that straight to sci-fi.
I love Resurrection, so I don't care.
Dude, Resurrection has some of the most rewatchability ever, dude. It is something just about that film that is just fucking so much fun. It's literally like they bring it back to the house. he's back at the house. Like the best scene in the movie is probably Lori kissing her brother. Like, what are we talking about? No, I'm just joking.
And y'all get Halloween.
That shit was a little bit weird, man. I ain't gonna lie.
And
But
Resurrection had the tunnel scene where that girl's getting chased by Michael in the dark in the tunnel.
Oh,
and then the camera, yep,
dude. I think that was real. I think that girl just really died. Oh, come on, dude. Like I said,
I thought she really fucking died.
Dude, going throughout the whole house is so much fun, man. And just like, dude, like you guys said, it was a product of its time, but so well done, ahead of its time. I love Resurrection, man.
I was gonna say, just the creepiness of us knowing that he's lurking and they ain't figured that out yet.
Yeah, 100%.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that movie a lot, man. Like, it has so much rewatchability, and I feel like it has a really good Halloween vibe to it too. Honestly, I know it kind of seems like more of a game show and shit, but like,
I think haunted house, the haunted Myers house.
Exactly, man. I like it a lot. Like, I'm serious, man. I like Resurrection a lot. Like, dude, I know I wreck on ends a lot, man. I do. I know. I'm sorry. I don't mind ends. Like, I do like David Gordon Green, man. I think he did a good job. I know you guys might not agree. I'm sorry, but like, dude, like, a Resurrection is up here and ends is like down here, man. It's like not even close in my eyes. Yeah. Like, not even close.
Night and day, bro.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, this last one. Well, okay, maybe we'll do this last one and then maybe one juicy one. I'm interested. I already kind of know how I feel like you guys are going to score it, but I'm just curious.
Oh man!
Remake. I had to bring something heavy because I was like, man, this one's got to be heavy at least because I'm just curious to see, like, okay,
he's just curious. No, he wants to bring us pain. That's what it is, y'all. He's not curious. He loves to see the pain.
Is there a this is bullshit vote?
This is bullshit.
Oh, okay. Maybe it's going to be a little bit better than I thought. I figured you guys would all be one side, but
I love how he tries to play it nonchalant. You stop being so nonchalant, guy. You know this is hard.
Yeah, this is a tough one, honestly. Straight up, I think.
Recount.
Okay, Cody, what you got, dude?
I mean, honestly, I love the Friday remake, but this is a no-brainer for me. It's
knew
Halloween because Halloween is my second favorite movie of all time. I think it's pure perfection. I just, it's such, for a slasher, it's a good, scary movie. And that's because John Carpenter did that shit. He did such a great job with the cinematography, the score.
Yep.
And, Nick Castle did an amazing job playing Michael, the way he, just presents him as someone who's just stalking, before it became all about, kills and all that.
Yep.
It's just a stalker film. And I love stalker films. Lori, I prefer we've talked before. I prefer, the Rob Zombie Lori because she's more relatable.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But Jamie did a great job for someone who is this is her first freaking movie. Lori was resourceful. She made some mistakes, dropping the knife and stuff, but she did but she used any means she had to save herself and those kids. And
you can't kill the boogeyman.
Donald Pleasance, obviously fantastic. So much great dialogue, and I just think it's a perfect horror movie.
Darkest eyes, the blackest eyes. Okay, what do you got, dude?
So we just gonna ignore the fact that I got a question.
Oh, my
hand
bad.
is up in the
my
air.
bad, Donnie.
Both of y'all. That's wild. That's wild.
Donnie's like, I'm sick and tired of holding my fucking hand up.
Like on God. And then I really don't like how you got the color palette laid out either, but I ain't gonna trip. No, what I wanted to know was you said Nick Castle. So what's the deal with the whole thing with dude at the end when the mask actually comes off? Because that's not him. So why is that a different person?
It's Tom, whatever. What's his name? Cody?
I should know this.
I feel like Shape was trying to tell me one time.
Yeah, it's a different dude, and he overplays his shit at cons and tries to act like he's some fucking
Tony Moran. Is that his name? Tony Moran.
Oh, that is it. Yep, that is it. That is.
I feel like I seen it in the credits or something.
100%. That's exactly the guy's name. Yep.
But so what was the reason why Nick Castle didn't do that part?
Totally got me. I am not 100% sure.
I think I read somewhere that they wanted to throw people off so like they wouldn't really. I don't know.
But we
about
hadn't
what-
seen Nick Castle's face,
I
so
know.
we wouldn't have known that was him.
I think I heard that somewhere. I could be wrong, but it was something about it was intentional because they wanted to throw people off somehow. I don't know, and not really know what Michael looks like.
Interesting. Okay, that was my question.
I know
Go
it
ahead.
doesn't make sense, but I thought that's what I heard. Again, I could be wrong, but
No, honestly, Donnie, great question. I really do not know why they had both in there, to be completely honest. Yeah.
And because right there, that's when he gets shot and he does the Harlem Shake over the balcony and shit. But it totally different guy.
Yeah, 100%. Yep. Okay, Helvington, what you got, dude?
Man, this one is it's really hard.
I was
because
buying you time, bro.
I appreciate that because I was thinking in my head like I don't know how I'm gonna say this without people coming at me, but you know the one problem that I had with 78 was pacing, right? That was one of the issues that I had with Halloween 78. Other than that, it is a perfect film. While I do think sometimes that it could, you know, help if it had a little faster pacing, but it also, you know, you kind of don't want that fast pacing in a slasher film in 1978. But what I like about Friday the 13th, the reboot in 2009, was the fact that from the very fucking start, you're on the edge of your seat.
Amen.
You are fucking, and then from there, you're transported into another story where you're invested, right? And it didn't take too long for the campers to get to the house and then for everything to start
get to it. Like I don't need 45 minutes of setup every movie.
Right. And that's why I feel like Laurie Strode and Donald Pleasant, Dr. Loomis, I'm sorry. Laurie Strode and Dr. Loomis was the driving force behind 78 to where if I'm looking at a movie and I'm judging it, I want the bad guy to be the drive of the movie, right? More or less. And Michael, while he was a drive for it, it was really led by Laurie and Dr. Loomis to where the 2009 reboot, that was strictly Jason. While you did have the storyline with the missing sister, it was all Jason, especially when the kills started ramping up. It was all about Jason. You really didn't care about any of the side characters. Hell, you really didn't even give a damn about the final girl, to be honest. It was all about the kills. It was all about Jason. And to me, the 2009 reboot is the strongest one in the franchise. It's the best one in the franchise. So for that reason, although Halloween 78 is my first love, it is my first horror movie that I ever watched. Michael is my first love. 2009 is a cinematic masterpiece.
So you're going Friday?
I'm going Friday.
Holy shit.
Gotta go.
Ladies
Friday.
And gentlemen, let's go. All right, Donnie, I'm interested, man.
Yeah, that is real quick. Let me ask you, Hamilton, before you pass the baton. So pacing, like it's just too slow for you. Is what you saying?
It's too slow. That one, Halloween 78 and Halloween 2 is way too slow for me.
So
I get what they were doing though. I get building the suspense, and
sure.
That's what you got to do. But other than that, I didn't like it.
Just a quick juxtaposition. Like when you watch wrestling, did you feel like that? Like with the early Undertaker matches, like it's too slow because his whole thing was like he used Michael Myers and those characters for inspiration. And in those early matches, or 1990, 91, 92, it's very methodical, very slow what he's doing. You
like
might get.
I like the next iteration.
Yeah, like when he had the purple gloves and stuff. He was just more wrestling, like straightforward wrestling at you. Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. So, yeah, man, this is a difficult one, man. I feel exactly what Helmington was saying about the Friday the 13th. It's like dog, like off a rip. Let's just get to it and just kill people. Like I definitely enjoy the kills in that way better. And some of the people I was like, yes, please, like get their ass out of here. I'm sorry, go ahead.
You're on the edge of your seat the whole time anticipating the next kill.
Is this the one where like he slow roasted somebody in the
right at the beginning?
Okay, I thought so. And then didn't he like bang it against a tree, or is that a different?
No,
movie?
that's
okay.
Well, that's actually Jason X, isn't it?
Yeah,
and 7. I'm pretty sure.
Nope, that was part 6. But they reprised it, Jason X.
Oh yeah,
it
X was against the
okay.
ground. Yeah, that's right.
Was that? Were they going to do that in this one, and then they decided against it because they said like it was too violent or whatever?
They wanted to homage it, so they didn't want to do it again, but they did something to homage it. So they just did it.
I mean,
better.
just hearing her
They
scream
did it.
in the bag, that was
They did it better. It was terrifying, man.
While he was making s'mores, yeah, like that's crazy. But like, yeah, I mean, for me too, it's like Halloween is the OG. Like, I mean, just like I love that sound. Michael pops up from behind the car. You know what I mean? Like, I just whatever that little sound is, I don't know what it is. I just love whatever. But it's so
kind of
cool to
thing,
me.
you
Like,
know? Yeah.
and I mean, but now I guess as you said, like the pacing is a lot slower. I guess I never really thought about it. You know, like Sam, he wasn't driving. He was doing pretty well last night. Like,
dude, great,
oh,
yeah, great.
like
scene.
stuff like that, and mine kind of makes it worse for you. I think with the your mind makes it worse for you. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't see blood and all that kind of stuff. You know, you just see people stuffed into a cabinet. You see Bob up on the wall. Like that one knife wasn't that strong. Come on, man. But for me, like I love Halloween, but just straightforward, get to it, get to the meat and potatoes, the kills. Jason was on some archery shit, like you know what I mean, like it's like he went to summer camp and like participated in every event and got the gold. That version of Jason, I'm taking that version of Friday.
Goated. Yes.
Dude, this is absolutely fucking insane. I thought you guys were all gonna roll Halloween, man. I'm not.
And dog, the archery shit. That's me and my brother reference that all the time. The archery shit.
The guy's
bro.
like, he's and just like, oh man.
And her hiding underneath the ramp and Jason stabbed her on top of the head.
Like
yeah, 100%.
When they're hiding in the cabin and Jason's underneath and poking through the cab, like you just feel it.
And the was it at the end with I don't remember what the machine was, but he's like getting pulled to it. You know what I mean? He's caught up in that chain, like
wood chipper. Yep, 100%.
Just epic.
Okay, so Cody, totally valid, dude. Literally, Halloween when I was a young kid, it was like my favorite fucking horror movie. It just was. It was simplification, absolutely done to the best ability. It was such a simple movie, but done at such a high tier. Like John Carpenter, like dude, he was just. Now again, I will say the pacing is a bit slow, but again, I don't like it. It's not, dude. That movie is a 10 out of 10, and it's so weird that like. I appreciate the movie, but yet I find some other movies just a little more entertaining. And Friday the remake is just one of those fucking movies, man. Meeting Derek Mears was fucking epic, dude. That dude was such a cool ass dude, and him talking about like making this film was so fucking cool. He was talking about Mark Nispel and all that shit, dude. We were talking about the greatness, of Mark Nispel, Cody, before the fucking stream. This movie is just like one of my favorite remakes of all time. Like if you don't count like the Thing remake, because technically it is a remake in 1982. I feel like it's easily one of the best remakes of the 2000s, like right behind TCM in my opinion. I do like the Halloween remake though. That'd probably be 3, probably right there. Dude, it's just like, I don't know, man. I just think it's a little bit more enjoyable. But dude, again, Halloween is such a classic, fucking perfect movie. But I'm not saying Friday is, well, technically it probably is kind of a perfect movie in my eyes, I guess. Yeah, it really kind of is. It just has an awesome, lens on it, like that 2000s darker lens. And like, it just, like I said, man, Derek Mears, Jason's at his best. You see all the homages from the originals and stuff. And Cody, like you said, they wanted to do the sequel and they kind of just didn't get to it. But, I think it's a great standalone, man. Like, really, to be honest, I think it's a great standalone. So, let me
ask you this.
Okay.
If you're a horror fan, this is your first horror movie, right? Which movie you're going to go see?
Well, again, I think for some of us, though, nostalgia has a lot to do with it. Like, maybe
that's
that
is. This is your first horror movie. What I'm saying is, like, you're a horror fan, right? You're one to get into horror. You're a newbie. You're a virgin. You've never tasted horror, but you know you want to, right? You don't know what you like, but one of these two movies is going to have something that you like, and you're looking at the cover or whatever. Which movie are you picking?
Am I pointing this out to like a generation, like a younger generation, or who am I saying this to?
To yourself.
To myself. Because
yourself.
I do like the Halloween holiday, so I would maybe be a little more intrigued with that film, though. But
now, would that make you continue on your horror path? Like, would it like seeing Halloween 78?
Like Cody said, it's like the perfect stalker film, man. It's like literally the perfect stalker movie. I mean, either one is a great start to your horror like journey or whatever.
Yeah, I feel like 2009 is just a little more. I'm like, oh, if this is what horror is,
true,
I'm interested. It's where Halloween 78, I'm like, this is kind of a detective film, really.
And Halloween, I mean, because that's what, when you first asked it, that's how I was kind of like, what? Like, how we going to be in 09 and 1978 at the same time? Because what I was thinking, the way you asked it, I was thinking, like, you're either going to have to make one more old school or you're going to have to modernize another one, which is just not going to work. So you would have to have it in some home media sense, right? Yeah. But I think, like, if it's me and where I'm standing in movie gallery or Blockbuster and I'm looking at these two, I know I would pick Friday because that's closer to where we are in time, so that I might see something, more. It'll be closer to if I were to see something that came out this year or something. This would be closer in feel to that than something from 50 years ago.
100%. I like it. I actually, okay, like I said, I thought I was gonna be the only one picking Friday, to be honest. Okay, dude, so technically we got like 5 minutes left and we'll be on the 3-hour mark. Do you guys want to do like one or two more, or what do we got? Cody, it's up to you, dude.
One more?
Probably one, because we still got to have supper here.
Okay, yeah, honestly, we do too. Okay, so shit, which one do you guys want to do here? That's a really good one.
Helvington playing with the camera all night has been cracking me up.
I'm trying to figure it out. Okay.
I feel like this is a good one, but I feel like we're all gonna pick the same. I kind of trying to think of one that is like, I guess they're both like one slasher, one's more like supernatural. Okay, how about we do two and we'll just breeze through them real quick. All right, just two real quick. Okay. Okay, how about this one? I'm interested. Okay, we got Terrifier 2, Get Out.
Get Out. He killed a nigga with a bocce ball.
Okay, Get Out. What do you got, Cody?
Get Out.
Okay, I figured we were all going to say Get Out. Okay, it's just I want to see because
Terrifier 2. Sorry.
Okay, because I mean there is a big cult following to Terrifier. I'm not saying Terrifier 2 is a bad movie. It's actually a fucking great movie.
Hard.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I just think Get Out has too much mystique to it. It's like something that is just like you've never kind of seen that kind of like storyline before. It's just something.
And Doc, he literally had to pick cotton to save his life. The juxtaposition of what that means.
Jordan Peele creative, man. Yeah, 100%.
For me, it's just Sienna Shaw.
Oh, dude, yeah, Lauren Lavera, dude. What are we talking about,
man?
What are we talking about? Okay, how about this one, just real quick? What do you guys think about this one? This is a tough one. This is chapter 1 against the greatness of Shining. Okay,
this is the 2017 joint.
Yeah, 100%. Chapter 1. I'm going chapter 1.
Chapter 1. Even though I do love The Shining, chapter 1.
Dude, Shining is so great, but dude, chapter 1, it just did something. Okay, this is an interesting one.
Just too much on King's side with the situation where the book was a million times better than the movie.
I've heard that a lot.
I still like Kubrick though. I know.
It's fine, but I think
I feel like sometimes they just can't get the emotion, to come across the gravitas. Like, because I thought Misery was better in book. I love the movie. Don't get me wrong, but that book, there was other shit happening. She cut his whole foot off in that book.
I remember you saying that. Yeah. Okay. How about this one? 2018 Nightmare original.
What are we talking? In original, 84.
Yep.
I'm going to go 84, Nightmare on Elm
Street. I'm going 18, 100%.
That is fucking insane.
Yeah, I love
that is fucking
I love 84, dude. Don't get me wrong, but I think I just 18 is my favorite Halloween film. And
he sounded like you cussed out his mama. Damn.
Dude, don't get me wrong, man.
Yo, do you hear this bullshit? What the fuck? We're talking Heather fucking Langenkamp. We're talking fucking Johnny Depp. We're fucking talking Robert England.
Dude, we're talking. We got Laurie Strode. We got Jamie Lee Curtis as a badass
I'll
shooting
give you
fucking
that
guns,
one.
and then we got the hotness of Andy Matichak.
Stop it!
I knew
She's not no Nancy, bro. She's not Nancy, bro.
You get double. You get like 2 Nancys in one, dude.
Come on, yeah.
Lori was
totally
just
get-
over dramatic in
I needed
2018. She
tissue.
needed to take a chill pill, maybe take some Activia, need to shit a little bit to get out her
100%.
anxiety.
100%. Okay, I got 2 more. Got 2 more real quick. This would be interesting. Scream 5, Dream Warriors.
Oh, Dream Warriors, hands down.
Dream Warriors.
Soundtrack alone, I'm sold on soundtrack alone.
Dude.
and-
Dude, honestly, Helvington, I think you sold me on Dawkins, dude. Yep. Okay, I'll go Dream Warriors. Okay.
I'll be the outcast. Scream.
Scream, dude, it's valid, dude. How about this one? Bride of Chucky.
Bride of Chucky.
Bride of Chucky.
Are y'all fucking kidding me right now? Do you want me to fucking leave the stream? Because I can't. 'cause This is
Bride
fucking
of Chucky
bullshit.
is my bitch of that franchise.
Yeah,
Yo,
100%. 100%. I'll go
Over-
Bride.
Over Minxie, Cody? Come on.
Jeepers, dude, Jeepers Creepers 2 is really
Don't you
fucking
just
good,
sit
man.
there and look at me, Cody? Oh, are you serious right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
When Buddy stepped out the car on the highway and that truck splattered his ass all over.
But we're talking JC2, brother. We're talking JC2.
It is good, man. But I do love Bride, man. Bride's
Nah, this is bullshit. In the fucking stream. This is fucking bullshit. The fact that y'all are putting Bride of Chucky over JC2 is in fucking insane. On
The
what
fact that-
reasoning? What reasoning? Can't be story.
Didn't you guys just talk about it?
That's
Jennifer
kills
Tilly?
of the franchise. Introduction
Yeah.
to Tiffany. Introduction
Yeah.
to Stitch Face Chucky. Killer soundtrack.
Killer soundtrack,
Just-
dude. Yeah.
I love the
But
great,
dude, I love
dark and
Jeepers
moody
Creepers too.
vibes.
This is insane.
Definitely scared. I think for me it's just a little bit of displaced childhood trauma because that was the first.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That's how I
nostalgia. Yeah.
like. That's how I first saw Chucky was like that with the stitches in his face, and it
Yep.
scared me to death. And I mean, I couldn't have been more than like 4 or 5, but I'm saying till I was damn near 13, I was scared of Chucky, especially like that iteration of him though.
When she pulls him out of the bag right at the beginning of the movie, I was watching Monday Night Football
Dolly.
when that movie came out. 1998, I was watching Monday Night Football, and they actually played a commercial for Bride of Chucky, and they had him like walking into the bathroom or whatever when he kills her with the fucking TV.
With the
Scared the
TV.
shit out of me, dude. I had to turn the channel and everything. I was fucking like, no way.
But once again, one of those movies my mom was watching and talking about she don't like scary movies.
Yeah, good stuff. Nice. We just hit 301, 302 actually. Fun shit, man. That was good.
Man,
Good
great
conversation.
stream.
Good conversation.
Broke my heart at the end, but it's cool, bro. It's cool,
Dude,
man.
I think for the next stream, I think since it'll be
This is
we'll
bullshit.
see, but I think we should do like a summertime horror summertime like bracket. We should do like a bracket. I like that.
Yeah.
bracket would be fun. We
Fucking
could maybe do a
crazy,
tier list. Tier
bro.
list would be
This is
maybe kind of
bullshit.
cool because then
I'm
we could do
pissed. I'm
Yeah.
pissed. I'm pissed. I'm sorry. This is insane. This is insane.
I didn't think
Dude.
I feel getting outnumbered with Halloween.
No, but this is different. This is y'all know what
Honestly,
this is.
dude,
This is
honestly,
like
Get
people
the hell
are
out of here.
people are probably watching the stream being like, these guys chose fucking Friday remake over Halloween original.
Oh,
okay, yeah, okay. Now this is payback. I understand.
Yeah, they're
Shit,
probably
look,
like, what the hell?
Look, Shape is somewhere punching air. Like,
Oh, true. Yeah, 100%, dude. Yeah. But see, that's what makes horror great, man. We all have our like tastes, you know.
Yeah.
100%. Anyways, we better wrap it up so we can all go get some food and stuff. But everybody that joined us tonight, appreciate it. Fun conversation. I appreciate all you guys stopping in, fucking joining us, and yeah, man. We'll try to. I mean, we'll try to get another one rolling. I'll have to try to find like a bracket and everything, and try to get that like situated on how like to match them all up and shit.
I got you a
Maybe-
website. I got a website.
Maybe we could do a tier list, or I'll look into it. I got to
Ooh,
see.
yeah, like S ranking and all that. Yeah, that'd be hard.
Yeah, that'd be because then I feel like we could do more movies then probably instead of just the bracket. That's quite a few movies, I guess, but
Yeah, I've always thought the tier lists were awesome. I just don't know how to fucking do it.
yeah,
Actually,
no,
there's a template I got stored. that I
100%.
downloaded.
I think you just have to bring all the pictures in of the movies, but that ain't too hard or whatever. I don't think, but Fun ass stream. Damn, 3 hours. That went by quick as fuck.
That was
100%.
fucking fun as fuck.
Yeah,
No, it
dude,
really
I
was.
love versus, man. Always brings on good conversation.
And let me just say real quick, Anthony. First, thanks for having me on, buddy.
100%.
But I had dug this out just real quick before we got on here. I just wanted to say I know Helvington's not gonna know what the hell we're talking about, but you guys know like how like so Buddy Guy was playing Sammy at the end in like the like the epilogue portion of Sinners, right? That's the guy playing him is actually a real blues legend, like
Did not realize that. Okay.
so that's Buddy Guy. And Buddy Guy has shared the stage with BB King and Albert King and Jimi Hendrix and all these other legends, right? That's how long he's been around.
He looked familiar, yeah.
And yeah, I think he's 89 years old and
That's crazy.
still on tour. But like he had this towel. This is what I was telling you about. He had this towel and he was using this towel to do all these weird like feedback tricks with his guitar and stuff. And he's walking across the stage and I just see him throw his arm out like that. And me and a whole group of people, we just jump and I come down with the towel in my hand. And he came back out and he started handing out guitar picks. And the last one that he had, he gave me, and this is like a year into me playing. And so you can see the guitar pick is in that bag too.
Oh,
Donnie, you're saying that's from the same dude?
This is from Buddy Guy.
Holy shit, dude, that's crazy.
That guitar pick. So the dude that it was Sammy, as when he was the old man, like at the end, that guy, yeah, that's Buddy Guy. And this is from a concert when I was like 15 years old that I just have always kept in my guitar case to remind me to keep playing.
That's sick. That's fucking dope.
Donnie, that's something like nobody can say, dude. That's fucking crazy, dude. That's crazy as fuck.
You got his and aces, bro. That's insane. You are a lucky guy, my friend.
Yeah, dog. I just jumped up with a group of people and just came down with the towel. Like I was like, these white people are gonna jump me. Like, that's what I was thinking. And he came back and he's handing out picks to everybody, and like he had one left, and like, dude, like he's on the stage, and I'm looking up. And we made eye contact, and then he reached down between everybody and gave me the last pick. And I was like, okay, I can't use this. I'm just gonna put it in the case and just keep it.
This is meant to be 100%.
So when I seen him at the end, I was like, oh, this is amazing. This is full circle for me.
Dude, Donnie, that's fucking crazy, dude. What a fucking story, dude. That's crazy. That ending scene is really fucking good too. I love it.
Yeah, it really is.
100%. Helvington, got to watch that movie, dude. When it becomes reasonable or whatever. But yeah, it's a good one. 100%. All righty, everybody. I appreciate you guys' time, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Peace.
Peace.